Good evening and welcome to Ankeny High School as we bring you tonight's doubleheader of high school basketball on 1460 KXNO 106.3 FM and video streaming at CISN. It's the homestanding Ankeny Hawks against the Jaguars from Ankeny Centennial. I'm Trent Condon, joined here this evening by Andy Pollock, and tell you what, we are looking forward to a couple of good games, rivals getting together, and Mr. Ankeny, you know it better than anybody.
Well, I love the atmosphere that's normally in any given year set up when this game happens, because you got a full gym, and the atmosphere when especially these two girls teams play against each other is really one of the best atmospheres you'll see in the country. A packed gym, a couple thousand people here to support. It's just a fun night generally. Obviously, COVID has changed a few things right now for that.
Well, good news for us. We got a few more people out there watching and listening, and glad to have them aboard with us. These two teams faced off earlier this season. It is the rematches. Teams are gearing up for sub-state play on the boys' side, regional play on the girls' side. We're seeing improvements by both sides. Let's start with the visitors tonight. Ankeny Centennial, what you've seen from the Jaguars to this point.
Well, the Jaguars, a big move-in they had was Maggie Phipps coming from North Polk in the offseason, and that has certainly helped them. It really completed this team. They've really, with Jackie Pippett on the inside and Bella Robin on the outside, been able to have a lot of success offensively, putting up about 20 more points per game than they normally do under a Scott Young squad. So, and Maggie Phipps leads that charge, and she's also a girl that's going to share the ball a lot as well. So it's been a fun year to watch the once beaten Centennial Jaguars so far.
On the other side, the homestanding Hawks, back-to-back for them as they played last night against Dowling Catholic, trying to get back on the winning side of things after dropping it last night to the Maroons. Fun team to watch, and maybe my favorite player to watch, their sophomore point guard, Jenna Pitts.
Well, and she's, the whole squad for Ankeny has been a veteran squad. Girls that have played a lot. Jenna Pitts is a long body, able to run things. A good chemistry with this team. Maybe from an athletic standpoint, they don't match up as well with some of the better teams in the CIML, but they've got the basketball players and they've got the chemistry that on a given night they can really compete with anybody.
That is Andy Pollock as we get ready for the start of this one. It's Ankeny Centennial and Ankeny. We'll take a timeout, come back on the other side, bringing the starting lineups and our keys to the game. High school basketball, it's a doubleheader, girls, boys, and it's next here on 1460 KXNO, 106.3 FM, and video streaming at CISN.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Good evening, fans. Welcome to Ankeny High School. This is the Hawks Nest, the home of Ankeny basketball. Our guests for tonight's CIML matchup. Please welcome the fans, coaches, and players for the Centennial Jaguars. Assistant coaches for the Jags are Dave Runchy, Rachel Hinders, and Andy Fain. Head coach for the Jags, Mr. Scott DeYoung. Assistant coaches for the Hawkettes, Seth Haggerty, Gary Bird, and Amanda Kinzenbaugh. And the head coach for your Hawkettes, Mr. Drew McAnally.
Keys to the game, they're presented by Yarmouth.
And now it's time to meet tonight's starting lineup. First, for the visiting Jaguars.
At guard, a 5'8" senior, number 2, Bella Robin. At guard, a 5'5" sophomore, number 10, Avery Porter. At forward, a 5'11" senior, number 15, Jackie Pippin. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 23, Matthew Phipps. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 40, Ellie Street.
And now, the starting lineup for your Ankeny Hawkettes. A sophomore, 5'8", number 5, Jenna Pitt. A 5'7" senior, number 12, Ellie Mashaw. A 6'2" senior, number 14, Calissa Wright. A 5'5" freshman, number 22, Carson Jack. And a 5'11" senior, number 30, Abby Johnson. Our officials for this evening's contest, Zachary Sandville, Tyler Rubendorf, and Chris Lynch. Grant Waller. Now to Honor America.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford, DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. Without question, the COVID-19 pandemic created many disruptive changes in our lives. Some of us got sick, jobs and income were compromised, it was difficult to even spend time with family and friends. But one thing hasn't changed, and that's Westside Auto Pro's commitment to quality service, and that will never change. We're here to make sure you get maximum performance and reliability from your vehicle. So as we all move forward, keep Westside Auto Pros in mind. You've been through enough. We'll make sure your car is the least of your worries.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
right, we're ready for tip-off here. Ankeny Centennial and Ankeny, and ball in the air, tap back and controlled by the Jaguars, and we're ready for basketball here on a Friday night. The Centennial Jaguars moving right to left across your video dial. Here's a shot up, that one no good, and long rebound secured by the Hawks. They look quickly ahead as it's mash off into the front court, drops it for Wright. Wright turns to face. And resetting the offense here is Ankeny. And their sophomore point guard, Jenna Pitts, goes to the right side. And they continue around.
Centennial will always make you work for a good shot. They will make you make a mistake at some point.
And a little pressure being up there. So that one off the mark. So both teams, one possession. Both teams just off on that opening possession. They'll go inside a post look, cross court from Centennial. Deflection out of bounds. It will stay with the Jaguars. Scott DeYoung, I don't have the number here in my notes of victories, but I know it's a lot.
It was, I think, 650 a couple weeks ago when we called the game that he got to. Not too often are you going to walk into an opposing team's gym, your rival's gym, and see your own picture hanging on the walls. Scott DeYoung has that tonight as he walks into Ankeny High School, a place where he has won a bunch of state titles.
And Centennial will restart the offense. Ankeny Centennial comes in, 9-1 record on the year. As they look inside, try to get that post punch, good inside, out, open three-pointer. That one heeled the iron, no good. The rebound comes down, up with it, no good again. 0 for 3, but 1 for 4 in the putback right there. Good work in the post for the Jags.
Yeah, and in the first game they played this year, Jackie Pippett had a huge game on the inside and picking up right where she left off here tonight with an offensive board in the putback.
6:20 to play, first score of the night, and the block shot, trying to get that one in, was Abby Johnson. Quickly the other way. Here comes the Jaguars. Hesitation dribble, throwing it up, no good. Offensive rebound on the backside, though, by Robin. Robin, oh, look at that. Pretty pass. The beautiful assist from Street and a quick timeout for Ankeny. 4-0 with 6:03 to play.
The last two buckets, or the first two buckets for Ankeny Centennial so far, have come off the offensive glass, and that was a point when I talked to Coach Drew McAnally for the Ankeny Hawks earlier today. He talked about the need to leave Centennial only the ability to hit one and then get back on offense, and they have not been able to do that so far.
6:03 left, 2 consecutive buckets, 2 trips down for the Jaguars, and Ankeny Centennial jumps out to that 4-0 lead. And now going to show some pressure, and that's something you always think about with Coach DeYoung's teams, what they do on the defensive end.
They're so good at defense. They keep their hands off, yet they can still pester you. Very good at playing with the body, and every shot is challenged.
Across the timeline comes Ankeny. Working at home to the top of the key here is the senior Abby Johnson. She'll try a 3, splashes it home. Big
Abby Johnson
there.
is a college basketball player, and you saw that move right there, just a little bit of a look off. She doesn't need a whole lot of separation, and like you said, able to just knock that one straight down.
Another pretty pass inside. This time it was Robin with the finish, but how about the teamwork from Centennial?
Well, as Maggie Phipps drives to her right, kind of gets that defense to shift over just a little bit. Bella Robin looking for it from Phipps and shows that not only can she score, but she can dish the ball as well.
5:15 to play, 6-3 our score. Centennial with the lead over Ankeny. Here's a three-pointer. That one from Pitts off the mark. Tap back and offensive rebound. For running that one down was Mashoff. Cross court. Mashoff thought about the 3, now wants to drive. A nice kick in the open three-pointer, missed everything. Offensive rebound right there, though, for Pitts. Loses it out of bounds. Turnover. Going to give it back to Centennial.
Carson Jacks is a very good three-point shooter. Shoots almost 50% from three-point land. So to see an air ball there, very uncharacteristic for her. But, you know, we've talked about every time we see Centennial, they just make you play at a little bit different pace offensively than what you want to play. And maybe that might have been a byproduct of that right there.
Phipps looking to work, gets it to the corner. There's Porter for 3. That one off the mark. Another offensive rebound, though, for the Jaguars. Flipped up and in. Good play by Street with the bucket.
6 of the 8 points so far for the Jags have come off the offensive glass, and it's Jackie Pippett doing the dirty work.
Across the timeline, here come the Hawkettes, trailing now by 5. Johnson from the top of the key goes to work. Johnson Picks up her dribble, now looking for some help. Threw it low, out of bounds, and another turnover. Tried to find right there, just a little bit low on the pass.
The spot that she was in over on this half of the court really didn't have anybody else over here with her. That spacing is fine if you've got your dribble, but when you don't have the dribble, you're stuck over here in no man's land.
Working with a 5-point lead is the Jaguars from Ankeny Centennial. We play in the first quarter, and there's a jumper. Boy, that one's good. What a tough move there.
And Maggie Phipps in rhythm, though. It's that step back. She's able to stay in rhythm. There's no little hitches in her release. It's just a silky smooth shot.
So the bucket for Phipps, and the lead jumps to 8 now, 11-3 with just past the halfway mark of the first quarter. So Hawks trying to answer on the offensive end. With it is Jax, the freshman, nearly thrown away, tipped out of bounds, and that time it was Street getting the deflection.
It really came out of nowhere as she saw the pass coming, anticipated it coming through, and just disrupts the offense, makes you restart everything once again.
11-3, 3:25 clock in, first quarter. Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial here, game 1 of 2. Thanks for joining us this evening. Here's a three-pointer, good look at it, back iron, no good. And Robin with the rebound, out ahead Street. Working that secondary break. Centennial wants to push, pulls it back out. Here's an open triple from Robin, in and out, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Centennial. Put up that one, no good. And Johnson with the strong rebound for the Hawks.
Once again, Jackie Pippett on the glass just keeps things alive. Ankeny's had a couple good looks, haven't been able to capitalize so far, and again, just disruptive on the defensive end now here once again for Centennial, and forces Ankeny to just reload everything. You want to keep working that defense, break them down, but now all of a sudden you get a 30-second break and let everybody catch their breath.
We'll get our first substitutions of the evening coming in for Centennial. It'll be Olivia Anderson, the junior. Also Lizzie Strom will come into the game. 11-3 our score, just under 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Johnson, little pull-up J, that one left short, and the rebound secured by McKenna Clark. Another reserve just into the game. Clark all the way in, pulls up from 12, short, no good, and the rebound secured by Ankeny. Here comes Pitts quickly the other way. Pitts wants to push and gets it ahead now. Holding is Abby Johnson. Return for Chrisman. She was good last night off the bench. There's a three-pointer. That one no good for Mashoff, but an offensive rebound. Mashoff will get it back, goes cross-court to Chrisman. Chrisman wants to drive baseline. Cut off there. Picks up her dribble, now looking for some help. Drug the pivot foot, and it'll be a turnover.
I thought she actually might have done it a couple seconds before as she was coming in. Didn't really go anywhere with it as she drove baseline and took a couple extra steps. But Ankeny, again, has some good looks, but hasn't been able to knock them down, and that was the story of the night the first time these two teams played.
So cross court, and here comes Centennial. Here's a three-pointer. That one nearly missed everything, left it short and hit the bottom of the backboard. No good from Phipps. Hawks trying to answer. Here's a three-pointer. Good look at it. Rattled in and out on the three-point attempt off the mark from right.
You can talk all you want about trying to work to get a better shot, but these are some of the best looks you're going to have against Centennial.
Phipps with the jumper, that one just off the iron, no good. So the lead remains at 8 for Ankeny Centennial, 11-3, minute 20 to go in the first quarter. Sophomore across the timeline, Jenna Pitts, trying to get the offense jump started here for the Hawks, trailing by 8. She'll drive in, got bumped in a foul before the shot as she was guarded by Ellie Street, and that'll be the first foul of the night against Street.
It cleared everything out, kept everything up at the free throw line, really tried to create a baseline move for her, and that's where she took it. No help. Doesn't give anybody for Centennial the opportunity to drop down and help unless you're going to leave someone open for the three. And look for Ankeny, try to space things out a little bit more and create some more of those opportunities.
Looking inside. Oh, good catch by Johnson. Threw it up as she was losing her footing just a little bit. Tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Centennial. Well, Abby Johnson didn't get any points on that one, but that catch was shows her athleticism.
A great grab to go up and get it, even to have the presence of mind to get that shot up and try to get it off the glass, because she was fronted there trying to deny her, then also had help defense coming from behind. Makes it very difficult. Concerted effort to get the ball early on here to Abby Johnson.
Inside of our first minute, high school basketball on KXNO. And CISN, a travel will turn it back over to the Ankeny Hawks. Got the puppies going a little bit quick there, and the turnover against Porter.
As you look at the benches for both these teams right now, very depleted bench for Ankeny Centennial. Only 3 girls on the bench, a total of 8 on the varsity roster right now. So if Ankeny can try to get this more into an up and down type thing, everybody's played so far for Centennial. Really try to wear them down, give yourself some opportunities, some good athletes on the Ankeny team that can get up and down the floor.
High screen, they go to the right side. Here's a three-pointer, good look at it, knocked down by Rachel Chrisman. She continues her hot week after she hit 3 three-pointers last night against Dowling Catholic and gets the Hawks back within 5.
And she did it with Phipps right in her face.
15 seconds to go in the first quarter, 11-6 our score. Try to answer with a 3 of her own. That one from Clark off the mark. And the rebound. Pitts takes a look up at the clock, sees it's down to 6. She pushes into the front court, hesitates at the free throw line, drops it over. The drive off the window and in! Oh, what a play by the freshman Carson Jacks to end the quarter. Another 5-0 flurry, this time from the Hawks. And that ends us here in the first quarter. Your score, Ankeny Centennial 11, Ankeny 8. We got a quarter in the books as we come back. High school basketball continues on CISN and KXNO.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford, DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Check. We started the second quarter from Ankeny High School, 11-8, 5-0 run. Begin the quarter, to end the quarter, from Ankeny getting back into this one as the Hawks work with the basketball in their home white uniforms, the maroon numbers and the gold trim. Kristoff had a 3 a moment ago. She gets it back on the left wing. She's going to try again. That one off the front of the iron, no good. Good rebound by Robin. Robin, the senior, she's played well on the glass tonight for Centennial. 7:10 left, 20 left to go in the second quarter. 11-8 our score. Glad to have you aboard with us. CISN TV, also our audio call on KXNO. How about that runner right there? Beautiful play by Porter.
She gets in the lane. Almost thought maybe a zone look there for Ankeny as much as they were sagging off on defense, but just really a matchup zone. They switched off all the screens and nice floater and then an answer on the other end. Same look over here.
And back the other way, so an answer and the score goes to 13-10 now for Centennial. Ribbon on the back screen, gets it. Oh, a nice look again. Can't get the little bunny inside to go, and Ankeny with the rebound. They want to run. Quickly ahead, Jenna Pitts, sophomore point guard, tricky dribbles at the top of the key. Yo-yos back and forth. Pulls up at the elbow, drops it back for Crispin. Crispin for Jax. Jax goes to the right side, with it is right. Right from the right wing. Drive attempt, cut off. Reset, Pitts. Set the offense. Oh, what a crossover. Gets into the lane, the runner off the mark. Broke her ankles, didn't finish with the shot.
Robin once again there to get the rebound, and she did have 10 then the first time these two teams played this year. No stranger to doing the dirty work on the glass.
We go inside of 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Centennial 13, Ankeny 10. school basketball here this evening. A doubleheader. Here's a three-pointer. Splashes it home. McKenna Clark, she was ready for that.
And it didn't take much as Rachel Chrisman just a little bit looking to help off the drive from Phipps. The quick dish. McKenna Clark hits the look in the corner.
We're going to get a timeout on the floor. 5:30 to play. Centennial 16, Ankeny Hawks 10. 30-second timeout. Andy, we'll keep it right here, and what we're seeing, fun back and forth here between the Hawks and the Jags.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I wasn't quite looking down at the other end on the offensive end of the court for Ankeny there, but a quick timeout for Coach McAnally. He wanted a 30-second. As soon as he saw something that Centennial had done to set up things on defense, he wanted a timeout. So I'm not sure if we were about to see some sort of zone look or some sort of what they might call a junk defense, if you will. And but a quick timeout, and they knew where they wanted to get to right after Centennial switched something up. I just wasn't quite ahead of the game. I was still paying attention to the other end of the court.
So one interesting thing, the Ankeny schools, when they split, though it is still considered the same school district, is they're wearing different uniforms, at least the branding. Centennial, they had the Nike uniforms, and it's Under Armour for the Ankeny Hawkettes. Is that a coach's decision? Do you know, Andy?
I believe it's an athletic department decision. I think each one of the ADs gets together with the coaches, and they make that decision for an athletic department, because I'm pretty sure that they each have. I think it's program wide for each school.
Block shot on the other end. Johnson tried to get the shot away. Another good defensive set. Here's a deep three. Back iron, no good. Long rebound, and it's run down by Ankeny. Good hustle over there on the sideline by the freshman Carson Jack, saving that one. And a possession now for the Hawkettes, trailing by 6.
You radio guys paying attention to those little minute details that I had never really noticed before, so I'm going to make some inquiries and find out the answer to that.
Yeah, got to paint the picture a little bit different on the radio side. I've got on you on both sides this evening with both the radio and video call this evening, and it's a call on the reach as Phipps is hit with the foul. That's the second team foul. Ball out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover. Jenna Pitts felt like she thought she was bumped out of bounds there, and that's how she lost control. Our side official at the time, though, he disagreed. And it'll be a turnover, and the ball goes back to Centennial. They lead it by 6, 16-10, with 4:30 left in the second quarter. Catch out front for Centennial, and Jackie Pippin. Taken away, good defense again. Carson Jacks, the freshman, playing really well tonight on the defensive end.
Well, and drawing a lot of attention when Phipps has that ball driving baseline.
Drive attempt all the way through, scooped up too strong on the attempt for Ellie Mashoff. Everything but the finish. Remains 16-10, halfway through the second quarter. Back cut by Phipps. She'll try the jumper. That one too strong. And another rebound for Ankeny's Carson Jacks. Jacks brings it across herself, hesitates. Now goes through the corner from Mashoff. Cross court, lining up the three. It's right. Missed everything. Out of bounds.
It's right in line from where we were. I mean, we're looking at it coming right through there, but yeah, just too strong there. As we watch Maggie Phipps continue to not quite find the range, it reminds me a lot of what I would say about Caitlin Clark for Dowling last year, now the great Hawkeye player. Is she's going to get her points. It's just a matter of how many shots you can make her take to get her points, and it certainly seems like that so far here tonight for Maggie Phipps. I mean, she's going to catch fire, but the longer you can keep her from doing that, the better your chances are for the Ankeny Hawks.
3.5 to play, 16-10 our scores. Centennial with the lead over the Ankeny Hawkettes. Estimated tip time, game 2, about 7:45. We'll bring you the boys' side of this one. Oh, beautiful drive and the finish by Ellie Street.
Street, as she makes that baseline move, just no help, able to come over there, and she makes a good, strong move off the glass.
Junior 5'10" guard with the bucket. Lead builds back to 8 now for Ankeny Centennial with 3 minutes to play before halftime. Here's a three-pointer from Pitts. That one too strong. Tapped around and rebounded by Centennial. They look to push quickly ahead. Here come the Jaguars. Porter goes up top for Strom. Strom hands off. Here's a deep three from Phipps. Knocked that one down. Got a good look at it. Didn't matter if it was from 22.
Right, you're 4 feet behind the line. And like you said, doesn't matter. If you can line it up, you can shoot it if you're Maggie Phipps. And you knew she was going to eventually warm up here, and that might be the start of something big for her.
Future Drake Bulldog. She'll be part of that great program. Coach Baranchik and company next season. There's a back cut, swatted away. Great defensive effort by the Jaguars. Strom, and now they look to push. Phipps all the way through. Takes contact, the window and in. Count the bucket, and a chance at a three-point play.
From about 8 feet away, able to get the contact and put that up off the glass. Just a very good, strong move by Maggie Phipps. Notice she had the momentum. It was 1-on-2, but she had the momentum to everybody on defense backpedaling and able to take it in and get the opportunity for the old-fashioned one and got her.
Three-point play, so the old conventional three-point play before that, it was a deep three. 6 consecutive from Maggie Phipps, and it's a 13-point lead for Ankeny Centennial. Make it 14 after the made free throw, 24-10. Now Ankeny trying to keep hope alive late in the second quarter. A drive and a bump. We're going to get a foul. Good defensive effort there from Lizzie Strom, but just a little too much contact.
Yeah, really hard defense for her out on the top of the perimeter as things got more condensed inside, forced to play things a little more physical than she would want to, but good move by the Hawks to try to take the ball at the hoop. Just haven't got more than one shot off lately. Another miscommunication here on the offensive end.
Strom's first foul of the night, 13th foul against Centennial, and then the turnover, as you mentioned. Andy Pollock, he's over there. I'm Trent Condon with you here tonight. The Battle of Ankeny, Centennial versus the Ankeny Hawkettes in game 1 of 2. And a 45 to play in the second quarter. It's a 14-point lead for the 9-1 Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. Centennial working the offense. Here's Street. Gets into the paint, drops it back. There's Phipps trying the three-pointer. That one off the mark, but another long rebound. Another chance going inside. Good catch in the paint, going up, no, but a foul. And Olivia Anderson's going to get a couple of free throws.
Olivia Anderson gets that offensive glass, but does the tough move of spinning to her right and shooting with her right hand at the same time. Turns into a lot of contact, not able to really come close at all on the shot, but gets a chance to hit 2 free throws.
She'll step up for the first, perfect on it. One more coming her way.
Points have been very hard to come by for the Hawks here in this second quarter.
Great defensive effort out of this squad as Anderson came in just 43.8% from the foul line. Goes 1 out of 2 this time. A minute 20 to play. Here comes Pitts across the timeline for the Ankeny Hawkettes. Cross court, open three for Chrisman. Got it again.
That's a really good look as they got everybody on defense. Just kind of lax and just a little bit. Able to swing the ball all the way across the court. One of those dangerous passes, but quick enough to get it done. Great look for Chrisman.
Rachel Chrisman had 3 three-pointers last night in the second half. 2 here in the first half this evening. Her hot shooting continues. Hawkettes within 12. Here's a three-pointer trying to answer the other way. No good. A rebound secured by Ellie Mashaw. Now the Hawks chance to get within 10 with the 2, single digits with the 3. Chris Middle try it again. That one front iron, no. Put back right there off the mark though. And another offensive rebound. Couple of possessions, but thrown back, and it'll be an over and back as it goes over the half-court stripe.
Yeah, just trying to clear it out here and restart things with about 25 seconds left. Everyone else looking to attack the basket. One of those zigged when they thought she was going to zag looks.
We'll go back the other way. 25-13 our score inside of 20 seconds. Centennial going to try to hold for the final shot. Phipps gets it back in the left corner. Drives, bump before the shot, and a foul. Just the 3rd team foul against Ankeny. They got a lot to give here if they want.
Yeah, and she took just that little hip check early on from Calissa Wright as she tried to drive by her. You may be able to foul out the clock right now if you're the Hawks. No one in any foul trouble, just 3 on each side. Good pace to this game tonight.
From underneath the basket, they get in, and Phipps turn around, Jay Pure. Wow, what a looking shot.
How do you defend that? I don't know how you do. That's my looking YMCA ball right there.
Pitts at the horn, hits the 35-footer. Oh, the 3 at the horn. What a bucket by the sophomore Jenna Pitts. And what a little spurt there at the end. Ankeny looked on the verge of getting blown out, but good answer there, and that three-pointer going to go a long way.
With about 30 seconds left in the quarter, they had only scored 2 points. They got 6 in the last 30 seconds, so that helps a lot. Maybe give the Hawks a little momentum heading into this second half.
We've hit halftime at Ankeny High School. Your score, Ankeny Centennial 27, and the homestanding Ankeny Hawks 16. We're going to take a timeout, come back on the other side, bring you the halftime show. We'll take a look at what's happening here this evening, get you recapped on the first half, also look around Central Iowa, and a look at Game 2 of our double dip tonight as we will bring you the boys' side of Ankeny versus Ankeny Centennial. Again at the half, it is Centennial 27, the Hawkettes 16. As we come back with more in a moment, you're watching and listening to high school basketball on 1460 KXNO, 106.3 FM, and video streaming at CISN.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford, DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Hi, I'm Joe the car guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Fall is upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need one of the brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. They're the perfect retrofit for that old wood-burning fireplace that you're not using. You get beautiful flames, you get heat, you get easy operation, and they're all brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. Please come see us, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
At MidAmerican Energy, we put our energy into making communities stronger, safer, and ready for the future. We support STEM education and community safety, special events, and economic development activities. We energize our cities and towns just like we have for decades. All to help make your community the place where you want to build your business, your legacy, and your life. It's another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
And welcome back once again here to Ankeny High School. Centennial and Ankeny doing battle at game 1 of 2. Well, Andy Pollock, fun first half, and it's a little bit of everything there. Good defensive effort for a long stretch out of Centennial. Took a little while for Maggie Phipps to get her offense going, but 11-point game, Ankeny within striking distance as we get looking forward to the second half.
Right, there's a couple times it really got into the danger zone for the Ankeny Hawks. They were in danger of things getting out of control, and they were able to hit some big shots, including a huge half quarter there right before the end of the half to get back in this game.
Good looking three-pointer there by Jenna Pitts as she was able to knock that one in. Now, this is my first look this evening at Ankeny Centennial. I've seen most everybody now across central Iowa. And one of the things that really stands up is not just the play of Fitz, but what you'd expect out of a Coach DeYoung team. The way they play defense and the switching, the different kind of defenses they can throw at you.
There's great communication. There's always a little wrinkle to everything they do. They've got every team that they play scouted out so well. They almost know right where that next offensive player is going to go before they can even, before they do for that matter. So just a well-coached team. They're patient on offense. They do things the right way there. And one of the best ways to describe them, I think, is it's probably an overused cliche, but blue collar. I mean, they're going to battle. They're going to get a lot of rebounds. Pretty much always one and down on the court. They're a tough blue-collar basketball team.
One of the things that you see, and a quick look here at our out-of-town scoreboard this evening, as it's Waukee jumping out to a 44-26 halftime lead over Valley, over on the western side of town in the western suburb matchup there. One thing that I wonder about, this Ankeny team, you look at them, took the loss last night. What legs are like, and you look at a lot of these schedules, how different it's going to be. I've talked to a lot of coaches. They're trying to balance getting the right amount of games in before we get to regional play, while also trying to keep those legs as fresh as possible.
And the only time that you can work on what you need to work on is in practice. You can't set up, Coach McAnally can't call Coach DeYoung beforehand and just say, hey, would you guys mind running a 2-3 tonight so we can work on our outside shooting? It doesn't work that way. So the controlled settings of practice, but again, balanced with the uncertainty of what's the other team going to throw at us in a game setting. You're playing some teams of higher talent, a little bit faster pace. So it's, like you mentioned, it's a tough balance, and it's up to each coach this year to kind of figure it out. The game didn't get played Tuesday night, Dowling and Ankeny, because of not once in a century, but 5 times in a century snowstorm. So, a bunch of different reasons for girls not being able to get in the gym. They come out tonight, they have to play the game last night then, and it is 2 nights in a row to get up the momentum that happens. You see it in the pros, right? The NBA, they'll play back-to-back, but those are guys getting paid millions of bucks, and they've been doing it for 20 or 30 years. These girls are 4 or 5 years into their basketball careers trying to do that.
27-16 our halftime score. Ankeny Centennial with the lead on the road against their crosstown rival, the Southsiders, the Ankeny Hawkettes. We'll take our final timeout of the halftime show. Come back in 2 minutes with more high school basketball. The second half right around the corner, right here on KXNO and CISN.
Bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Fall is upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need one of the brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. They're the perfect retrofit for that old wood-burning fireplace that you're not using. You get beautiful flames, you get heat, you get easy operation, and they're all brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. Please come see us, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Chevy bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
And welcome back to Ankeny High School. Trent Condon and Andy Pollock with you. Glad to have you with us here tonight. Friday night of basketball, doubleheader. Girls in game one. The boys will come your way about 7:45 with the tip-off of that one. 11-point halftime lead for Ankeny Centennial. The Jaguars will start with the basketball as we start the second half. It'll be Ellie Street setting up the offense for the Jaguars. They're wearing the road black uniforms with the white numerals and silver trim. Hawkettes from Ankeny in their home white uniforms with the maroon numbers and the gold trim. There's a good rebound in traffic from the 5'8" sophomore, Jenna Pitts. She brings it across, open three-pointer. That one no good, and the rebound secured by Robin. Boy, Robin, good on the boards.
Yeah, she just has a nose for the basketball. Finds it. She's not really out there. She'll play defense, not out there really as a scorer, but, man, just is always there where the ball is on the defensive glass.
Deep look inside for Pippett. Couldn't find the range. And the rebound secured by the Hawkettes as they bring it across. Cross court for Johnson. Johnson trying to get her going. She drops it back for Wright.
Yeah, she's really been held in check so far here tonight.
Oh, good block shot by Pippett, but a whistle and a foul. It'll be 2 free throws. Thought she had a clean one there, Jackie Pippett, but there was a bump before she got over.
Got her just that lower body, and one of the things I've heard often about a Scott DeYoung coach team is you don't want to be the other team's best player when you're playing against a Scott DeYoung team, and I think Abby Johnson's finding that out tonight. She hit a beautiful step back three earlier in the game, been very quiet since that point, and to her credit, you haven't seen frustration from her out there yet. She just hasn't got the open looks, and we see that year in and year out from the teams that Coach DeYoung goes against. There's a few other teams in different sports that you say that about around Central Iowa, but he's definitely one of the ones that you mentioned in that regard.
Pippett hit with her second foul and 2 free throws made by the freshman Jacks. Back within single digits now for Ankeny, 27-18. And a 15 gone in the quarter. Trying to drive baseline. Phipps goes back, deflected, ball still loose. And it'll come into the hands of Street for the Jaguars. Cut off on the drive attempt for Centennial was Porter. Now restart the offense again with Street. Back to Porter left side. Porter one dribble. Goes to the top of the key, and Pippett had it taken away by Johnson. Johnson now goes up, took a while to control it, throws it up, no. Offensive rebound though, Mashoff can't get the bucket, but she's gonna get a couple of free throws.
I think that's gonna be the third foul on Jackie Pippett as she got caught. After the ball went up off the glass, there was no one else left. It was still 1-on-2, and you got the streaking Mashoff coming in to get the offensive glass. Takes it right at Pippett to get her third foul.
2 free throws, the first perfect from Ellie Mashoff, and she'll have one more. The senior 5'3" guard. Remember her brother Drew met Dad last night at the Dowling game. Second free throw off the mark. And Drew, an outstanding player with the Hawks. 27-19 our score. 2 minutes gone by in the second half. And an answer, that one off the mark from Phipps. Long rebound out. We're going to get a foul, fighting for the rebound.
Bella Robin once again in the right spot. Definitely something you can guarantee that Coach McAnally talked about for the Hawks at the halftime break. Get on that offensive glass, or get on that defensive glass. Keep Centennial to one and done.
That was one thing we talked about in our keys to the game, presented by DeArmond Ford of Indianola. Was that rebounding, just how dominant Centennial has been this year on both the offensive and defensive glass. Step back jumper, Mashoff got it to go. That's a tough 17-footer there.
It is, but that step back gets you in rhythm. It just finds that little bit of rhythm, and as a shooter, that's what you want. And able to create just enough separation as she hits the shot.
Timeout on the floor. Coach DeYoung wants to talk it over with his Jaguars. Hawkettes back within 6. We'll take the timeout with them. 5:22 to play in the third quarter. Jaguars 27, Hawkettes 21. As we come back in a moment on KXNO and CISN.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile, regardless of the times. our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
5:22 left in the third quarter, 27-21, a 6-point lead for Ankeny Centennial. The Hawkettes from Ankeny getting back into this game. They trailed by as many as 14 in the first half. Within 6, there's a backup, that one off the mark. Good defense from Ankeny. And the Hawkettes now looking to push back the other way. Pits across the timeline, goes inside. Good catch by Jax in the paint. Now she'll bring it back out. Cross court for Mashoff. Good catch. Pull up 16-footer, pure.
All started as Mashoff caught that ball. Phipps went for the steal, wasn't able to get it. Really almost created a fast break type scenario here on the other end.
27-23, Ankeny working their way back. Ball loose and a turnover. It'll be a travel. That Hawkette defense playing much better here in the second half.
Abby Johnson almost playing a free safety type of position here, just kind of a floater on defense and able to get wherever the ball is. She's kind of that insert, that +1, wherever the ball goes for Centennial. She is there for it for Ankeny. He's created 2 turnovers here the last 2 trips down the floor.
Year number 8 of this split of the high schools. The Centennial was open on the north side of town. And Andy, you told me during the break, Hawkettes looking for their first ever win against the Jags.
Yeah, just have not been able to crack that nut.
Got an opportunity here, down by 4, 27-23. Right now looking for a little bit of help. And gets it all the way back for Pitts. Jenna Pitts through a screen, turns the corner, into the corner, Mashoff again. This time for 3, no good, out of bounds. It'll go over to Ankeny Centennial. Battle over there, and Coach DeYoung wanted a foul.
Yeah, Abby Johnson has not been able to do a whole lot on the offensive end of the court tonight, but she's done a lot on the defensive end of the court and there, and again on the offensive end, just keeping it alive and giving her teammates an opportunity to do more things with it.
27-23, Centennial leads it by 4. Just halfway through the third quarter, still plenty of basketball to play. Street crosses over, dribble, gets into the paint before the shot. We're going to get a hold. That would be against Ankeny, and the second team foul of the second half.
Yeah, just not a whole lot of fouls here at all tonight. Just 3 on each team in the first half, and now 2 here halfway through the third quarter. But Jackie Pippett has most of them in this game, really. So she's found herself with a lot of time on the bench for Centennial.
Jaguars trying to get that offense started again with Maggie Phipps. No good on the shot attempt. Last touch by Ankeny. He'll stay on this end as Calissa Wright knocked that one out.
Yeah, Olivia Anderson using her her volleyball prowess there and able to tip the ball, keep it alive, give the Jags another chance underneath.
We'll start the offense again. 3.5 to play third quarter, working with the 4-point lead. Street all the way through. Oh, you can see she put her head down, turned that corner. She was looking to get to the rim, and she'll get a couple of free throws.
Abby Johnson, once again, actually there's contact from behind. Calissa Wright made the contact on Street from behind. Abby Johnson there once again, though, to alter the shot. Does a nice job of just staying straight up. The contact from Wright from behind, though, is what drew the foul.
First free throw good. More coming. Centennial going to go to the bench, and Andy, you talked about it at the top. Very depleted team here for Ankeny Centennial. A lot of times you'll see teams not go deep into the bench, but Coach DeYoung can't go deep to the bench. He's only got 9 players dressed.
There's no option for that here tonight. And Centennial, a team averaging right at 70 points a game throughout the year, well below that average tonight.
There's a 3-pointer. Crispin just in. Good again. Her third 3-pointer of the night. Rachel Crispin continues her hot shooting.
And she came into the game shooting 39%. She's improved that a bunch so far throughout the course of the night. And, she's a girl that we've seen throughout the year. She's hit some big shots. That was a huge one right there to get them back within 2.
You can just see that confidence continue to grow. She got that one right away, no hesitation, and flung it up for the 3-pointer. Foul whistled against Ankeny's Abby Johnson. That's her first. And team foul number 4. Free throw, though, off the mark from Centennial, Lizzie Strom.
And these were looks on the offensive end that Ankeny had in that first game when these two teams played this year. That Centennial won. They're starting to hit some of them here, though, tonight.
Strom 0 for 2, and now Ankeny a chance to tie it with the 2. Take the lead with the 3. Chrisman, she can shoot it from out there. 3 threes. Now going to drive all the way through before the shot. She was thinking about a 3-point play, but it'll be a reach and a foul before.
Well, the spacing that Ankeny's using really doesn't allow anybody to help. There's just nobody there because they're playing basically 5 out and none in. So as she drives, there's nobody left.
McAnally drawing good things up. Here's Johnson for 3 off the back of the iron over the backboard and out of bounds. It'll go back to Centennial.
And you hear the Ankeny coaching staff saying, good shot, keep shooting that. That's what they want her to do. She's a great shooter. Just keep shooting your shot. She hasn't had a whole lot of success on the offensive end here tonight, but continues to play hard, and some of those will start to fall.
Trying to look inside now. They'll restart up top. Here's a great drop inside, and the finish. Ankeny Centennial's Olivia Anderson with the 2.
That paint has been owned by Centennial tonight, whether it's been earlier on they had Pippett down there, and now with her out in foul trouble, Anderson is, you get it over the top of that first wave and there's just nobody left.
Lead builds to 4 for Centennial, 30-26. Just inside of 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Now Pitt's going to pull it back out for the Hawkettes. She goes to work into the paint. Right at the elbow, she got bumped in a foul. Officials starting to clean things up here a little bit more in the second half.
Pitt's starting to flex a little bit of her athleticism muscle out there at the top of the key. Seen a few of those times that she's being very aggressive, taking the ball at the hoop. And one of the reasons we didn't see a whole lot of fouls in that first half was just because both teams settling for 3-pointers a lot. No one really taking it at the glass. You've seen both teams be a lot more aggressive, taking it towards the basket here in the second half.
Ankeny inbounds, trailing by 4. Inside of 2 minutes left in the third. Johnson going to work, spins into the lane, tries the jumper. That one off the mark for Jaguars there. For the rebound as it's secured by Anderson. Out ahead for Phipps. Phipps hesitates, still works the dribble. Into the paint, drops back. Cross court, open 3-pointer for Clark, and got it to go. Big 3-pointer by McKenna Clark.
More of a secondary break type thing. Never really got things set up in an offensive flow. Everybody knew where they were supposed to be, not on the initial break, but on that secondary look.
3-pointer, that one no good. Offensive rebound, a fight for it. And we'll get a jump ball. It's going to stay on the Ankeny end. That shot by Jenna Pitts off the mark, but I like that shot from her.
Yeah, it's a great shot. I mean, she's one that can hit that. She's about a 40% three-point shooter anyway, so and does a nice job shooting or running the offense for the Ankeny Hawks. You want to let someone, especially a sophomore, have that confidence to shoot the ball when she thinks she can make it.
Out of bounds, it'll stay with Ankeny. 1:07 left in the third quarter. 5-0 run here for Centennial. Their lead builds to 7, 33-26.
It's really been a game of runs, hasn't it?
Yeah. Fitz will take it for Ankeny at the top of the key. Holds and drops it to the left side. Crossover dribble, Jacks. Drive through. And looking for Chrisman. Chrisman thought about the 3 now. Wants to drive out. Johnson, she'll try the 3. Front iron no good, and the rebound secured again by the Jags. Bella Robin quickly ahead on the run. That one no good. Had it partially deflected, but able to get it back. Inside of 40 seconds left. There's a step back jumper. That one no good. Crispin fighting for it. It's tipped out of bounds. It'll go over to Ankeny.
Crispin, the shortest one over there, gets it tipped away from her, but good job fighting for the rebound underneath.
Now Avery Porter, she's going to apply a little full court pressure. Full court man, making it a little bit more difficult for Jenna Pitts. She brings it across the timeline. 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ankeny Centennial 33, Ankeny Hawkettes 26. Ball nearly taken away. Crispin, though, gets it back off the deflection.
They had Crispin face guarded, otherwise they would have had to steal.
Crispin now wants to drive instead with a good pass all the way through. Throws it up with the left hand, no good. Rebound for Anderson. And there's the horn as we go to the fourth quarter. Your score, Ankeny Centennial 33, Ankeny Hawkettes 26. Fourth quarter right around the corner next here on KXNO and CISN.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Trent Condon and Andy Pollock back with you. Ankeny High School, and a 7-point lead for the Road Jaguars here. Made the short trip down from the north side of town. Lead by 7, 33-26 as we start the fourth quarter. Andy, you mentioned it's been a game of those mini runs, those 5, 6, 7-point runs throughout this one.
Yeah, every time you think Centennial's going to pull away, Ankeny comes back in it. Then you think Ankeny's about to take over, and Centennial goes on a little run right before the half, or before the quarter break.
There's a drop inside. Great footwork and the finish for Centennial and Pippin.
Pippin just continues to become a better offensive player now in her senior year. Just gets depended on more and more for that post presence.
And the lead builds to 9. Here's Pitts, pump fakes now against a double team, drops it over, gets it back on the left side, controls the dribble, yo-yos up front, goes it into the corner for Mashoff. Mashoff, couple of dribbles, return to right up top. Johnson wants to drive, double team comes, deflected back, Johnson still controls. In the corner, here's Mashoff for 3, just off the mark, fight for the rebound, and it's going to be the call down there on the fight. As you had right down there in Pippin. They're going to get it right.
Yeah, really just unfortunate foul for Calissa Wright because everybody was boxing each other out, and she ended up kind of knocking Pippin down a little bit more. Almost the leverage got a little bit lower than she did and knocked her down and got whistled for the foul.
That'll be the third foul of the evening for Calissa Wright, the senior. And team foul number 5 against Ankeny. 3-pointer, open look, just no good. Offensive rebound though for Pippin. Gets it out of the double team, good ball movement. Another open 3, in and out, no. Offensive rebound, Street this time, she goes up, no good. And finally a rebound by Ankeny and Mashaw.
Lots of chances for Centennial.
Inside, Johnson against a double team, still controls the dribble. Now picks it up, looking for help, and gets it with Jenna Pitts. Pitts hesitates at the top of the key. Passes over, tossed it for a moment. Mashoff, cross court for Johnson. She'll try the 3, just deep. And the rebound secured by Centennial and Clark.
Again, Johnson just not able to find the range so far here tonight, but she's battling down low. She's had to play defense on Jackie Pippin the entire game down low.
And we got a steal on the back end, then a foul on top of it. Good help side defense by Pitts as she gets the steal and then was bumped near the out-of-bounds line.
I think some of those legs that you mentioned earlier from back-to-back games starting to show for Ankeny here tonight. Just not quite the pep that they had earlier on in the game. It is a rivalry game, but you're not quite the rivalry atmosphere that you normally have. So just trying to dig deep right now, stay in this game as once again they kind of find themselves teetering on that danger zone area.
35-26, it's a 9-point lead for Centennial. Hawkettes with the basketball, trailing. Crispin with the basketball. She shot it well tonight. There's a 3. That one knocked in by Calissa Wright. Been quiet on the offensive end. A big one to get it within 6.
Yeah, she really kind of comes out of nowhere to do that. Not a huge 3-point shooter for Ankeny. Rises up and hits that one, though, with just enough separation.
Looking to answer the other way. That one off the mark. Long rebound off the deflection. Comes back, though, and Centennial get another crack at it. Street looking in. Instead decides to go up top for Robin. Robin on the back door for Phipps. And out of bounds. Turnover right back to the Hawkettes.
Again, a little bit of miscommunication right there as, you know, they've got a lot of back cuts tonight. Centennials, they've been able to get not a lot of points out of it, but you see them back cutting a lot as Ankeny really tries to overplay and keep the ball out of Maggie Phipps's hands. That time, though, as Phipps got the ball, tried to give it back to Porter, just not able to be on the same page.
Johnson hands to Pitts. Pitts, tricky dribbles on the right side. Out, mash off. She'll try another three. That one side iron, no good. And the rebound saved out in the corner. Now a fight for the basketball. It'll be a jump ball in the alternating possession arrow. We'll keep it on the Ankeny side.
Love the intensity of the game. That ball hits the floor, and you got 4 bodies on there. I mean, they're not waiting to see their opportunity to go in and get it. You got 4 bodies, and I use the term recklessly in the most best way possible as I describe it, but going down on the floor, everybody trying to get that ball.
35-29, a 6-point lead for Centennial. Here's Pitts for 3, pure! Knocks down the triple, and the deficit cut in half. Ankeny within 3.
I was looking right at her feet from this, and there was just a little bit of a stutter. She cleared that 3-point line by just a couple millimeters to make it a 3-point shot.
Timeout on the floor. Coach DeYoung going to talk it over. 35-32, Centennial's lead. Down to 3, a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Mr. Ankeny, Andy Pollock, what a ball game this evening, and the Hawkettes trying to get their first ever win against their crosstown rivals.
And they continue to battle. You know, not a whole lot has gone right for them here tonight, especially as we look at the keys to the game beforehand. Not necessarily hitting on all those, but the one big one that we did talk about was hitting that open 3-point shot that they did not do the first time. They've started to hit a lot more of these, especially in the second half, and that's what's kept them in and got them back in this ball game.
Been a fun one to watch, and now you got to figure right away, and we've seen this a couple of times when Coach DeYoung has used a timeout. Right away, they try to set up something special for Maggie Phipps.
Yeah, you're going to see probably an option for Phipps and really try to isolate her on one end with an opportunity to get the ball off to a Pippett as well. I think you're going to look. This possession is going to go through the 2 redheads on the court. Actually, there's 3.
There is. I was going to say.
When Strom's on the court.
And a 3-point lead for the Jaguars. Phipps gets it back in between the rings. She dribbles to the right side. Pounds the dribble with the right hand. Now looks to go baseline. Dropped it back. This is a drive attempt through the lane. No, but a foul. No, they're going to call it travel. And a turnover. Going to give it back to Ankeny.
Yeah, she went just kind of clear right. It was one of those, there's enough contact. Could have been possibly called a foul, but took the extra step to get around her. And a turnover coming back the other way for Ankeny.
35-32, halfway through the fourth quarter. Ankeny trails Ankeny Centennial by 3. They work with the basketball. Sophomore point guard Jenna Pitts to the left side, Crispin. She'll try another 3, just strong and high for the rebound is Ankeny Centennial. On the push the other way, here comes Strom. Gets it to the left wing, no good. Offensive rebound, Street. Oh, what a pass. And the finish. Street with the assist as she gets it over to Pippett.
The offensive rebound created the 2-on-1 opportunity for Phipps and Pippett on, and a steal here for Strom.
Here comes back the other way. The Jaguars now up by 5. Strong all the way through. Throws it high, not going to get the bucket, but she'll get 2 free throws.
A couple run-out opportunities for Centennial has got them a little bit more momentum in this game. But going back to a play before, the offensive rebound really created 2-on-1, and Abby Johnson just kind of stuck there in no man's land. And what a pass by Street. I mean, what an awesome look to get the ball over to Pippett.
That is the 4th foul of the night against Calissa Wright. Hit a big 3 just a little bit ago. It was the first free throw off the mark from Lizzie Strom.
Strom, who's normally a very good free throw shooter, has missed 3 here so far tonight. She's an 84% shooter.
21 of 25 coming into play this evening. 3 free throws and frustration after that last miss. And another. So she had missed 4 all season long and has missed now 4 tonight. Lead stays at 5, 37-32. 3 minutes to go in this one. Here's Wright from the top of the key. 1 dribble and a handoff. Right side, Johnson for 3. Almost banked it home, but the rebound for Strom.
I think there might have been a little contact on Johnson as she let that one go.
Centennial up by 5. Strom wants to try, spins into the lane, drops it for Pippett. Pippett now goes to work off the glass and in. Good strong move there from Jackie Pippett.
Well, and she's going at Calissa Wright, who's got 4 fouls. So Wright just playing it very patient, staying back, just not much she can do. There's no one there to help because everybody else is on the other end of the floor.
2:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Jax wants to drive, threw it out, deflected. No, it's going to be a turnover at a 7-point lead for Centennial.
Jack's one of the smaller players on the court, got herself pushed way too far down to the baseline, saw that double team and panicked a little bit to try to get it out and was way too strong throwing it out here.
16 fouls against Ankeny, so the next will put Centennial in the 1-on-1 bonus. Oh boy, just got over the head of the defender there, Pitts. Gets into the front court, Street, and they'll go now to the right side and Porter. Turn left side. Very patient offensive set now for Ankeny Centennial with that 7-point lead. And the clock goes inside now with 2 minutes left. Inside and roll home by Lizzie Strom.
I don't know what sort of English she put on that as she let it out of her hand, but just muscled it up through to get it in.
Wright will try to answer with the 3. No offensive rebound though. Good hustle over there. Hesitates, drives by Jax, had it taken away. We're going to get a jump ball, and it's going to go over to Centennial.
Maggie Phipps, not having a huge night offensively, but they're, doing some of the dirty work as well, reaching in, creating that jump ball situation.
41-32, Centennial leads it by 9. 95 seconds, clock in, cross court.
Numbers.
And Robin able to drop ahead. She gets back to Phipps, but it's taken away off the miss. Here comes Johnson. Ankeny's got to hurry. Hits into the front court. Thought about the 3, now wants to drive. Cut off there, Mashoff lost it for a moment. Picks up her dribble, she needs help. Gets it to Pitts on the right wing. Pitts or Wright on the drive, and a bump and a foul. Looks like it'll be on the floor. That'll be the 16th foul against Centennial.
Calissa Wright, not a huge offensive weapon, but that time realizing that she had the clear path to the basket, took it right at Robin.
So both teams now with 16 fouls. Ankeny, though, needs to hurry. Here's a 3, that one no good from Jackson, and a foul on the rebound from Centennial, and that'll be free throw time.
And that's what they wanted. I mean, if you're Centennial 1 and done, you get the board, you have a chance to add to your lead. The Hawks right away, they use that code word, whatever it is, to let them know. You can't yell foul because that's a technical foul, but you use the code word, and they were right there knowing the situation. Putting Porter here at the free throw line, and the right person as a 20% free throw shooter to have at the line.
And she misses the front end. Rebound and a quick timeout by Ankeny. 55.2 seconds left to go. Ankeny Centennial 41, Ankeny 32. We come back. More high school basketball in a moment on CISN and KXNO.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Trent Condon and Andy Pollock, glad to have you aboard with us here tonight as we bring you the battle for Ankeny. Centennial and the Ankeny High Hawkettes here in game 1. Boys side coming your way in just a moment. 50 seconds to go, tipped out of bounds. Tried to get it to Johnson in the corner. That defense Centennial's played on her has been incredible.
Yeah, they have, and Abby, to her credit, has battled through a lot of it here tonight. But yeah, tough sledding on the offensive end for her.
Hits, she'll try a 3-pointer from the wing, good. Timeout right afterwards. That is the 4th timeout of the night, so 1 timeout remaining. 41-34, it's a 7-point game. Full timeout. We'll take 30 seconds with them. Come back with 41.2 to go. Jaguars lead it by 7.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
41.2 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Centennial 41, Ankeny 34 after the made three-pointer. Phipps gets it on the inbound, able to break the press all by herself. Drops it into the right corner. There's a reach and a foul. They're going to get hits. And it'll be to the free throw line, Avery Porter. Well, you got to be happy if you're Ankeny there, though you didn't, of course, get the steal. Got it out of the hands of Phipps.
Well, and I think, though, in that situation, Centennial realizes that the seconds are more worth it than the points at that stage of the game. So Porter decides to dribble it out. You're right, though. Phipps with that ball is dangerous running the break. They had almost a 3-on-1 look.
Still a 1-and-1. The front end brought home by Avery Porter. Porter came in at the free throw line this year, just 2 of 10. Pretty good on the front end. She'll have one more, 2 for 2. So good response.
Yeah, sometimes in rivalry games, you see some people clam up. That time, Avery Porter calmly knocks 2 down.
A little deflection there, and we're going to get a foul. That'll be against Jenna Pitts, and that will be her 4th. That's the 9th team foul against the Hawkettes. This will be the final 1-and-1.
That was ready to create another run-out opportunity. Would have been an easy 2 for Centennial, as they were looking at a 4-on-0 break off the long rebound.
Street to the foul line, gets the first, makes it a 10-point lead for Centennial with 26.6 seconds remaining. Second free throw on the way from Street, good. Now 81% on the year from the free throw line for Street. 45-34. There's a three-pointer. Crispin had a good look at it, couldn't get it to go down. Rebound underneath, it'll be a jump ball. It's going to stay on the Ankeny end. 15.8 seconds left. Ankeny trailing by 11, just one timeout remaining. They're going to call foul.
Yeah, they did. I think they got Robin. Said she grabbed onto the arm of Wright as they went down to the floor.
So it'll be a 1-and-1 foul coming back the other way.
Team foul number 7.
And
Coach DeYoung not happy with that call as he wants the explanation. Loose ball situation on the floor.
McAnally playing some offense, defense, not going to be able to get it, and they'll reach in a foul right away as they will get Johnson on the reach. 14.3 seconds left. Ankeny Centennial going to pick up their 10th win of the year here tonight with this one. Ankeny going to fall to 7-4, but Centennial, one thing, still kind of searching. The schedule hasn't been one of the easier we've seen, certainly around Central Iowa, but it is going to toughen up here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, there's some really good basketball teams here in Central Iowa right now. We've talked about Waukee all season long. Dowling's not a bad team, even with a loss to Caitlin Clark. Johnston's very good team, coming off a state title a year ago. A very, very good team, actually. So just kind of some good basketball to be played over here. Southeast Polk, got to make sure to mention them as well.
Final seconds tick away. There's the final horn as Ankeny Centennial continues their long win streak against the Ankeny Hawkettes. Final score, Centennial 47, Ankeny 34. Well, nice victory for Coach DeYoung and the limitations that they had on the bench. Just 9 players dressed. We saw just 8 players play overall. It's one of those games and one of the changes certainly during this basketball season. Coach DeYoung, he's seen a lot of things. I don't think he's seen anything quite like this, though, this year.
Yeah, he has a team, though, that averages 70 points a game coming in and shows tonight that they can still defend with the best of them. They hold Ankeny, a team that, averages over 50 points a game on their own right, hold them to 34 and still be able to win when you score 20, if my math is right, 23 points under your average, right, if you're Centennial tonight. So they still defend very well. They make things very tough on the best player on your team. But, Ankeny tonight, I thought, they hit some shots. They were right in this game. That final score maybe not indicative of really how the full game went. We mentioned early on a game of runs and a couple, 5, 6, maybe 8-point runs for a team here and there. And it was a fun game. Too bad other people weren't here to watch it tonight, because I think it would have been a fun atmosphere in this gym.
Well, everybody out there listening and watching this evening, we're happy to have you with us. Let's hand out right now our Graphite Construction Group Hard Hat Player of the Game for Game 1. Thank you to Graphite Construction Group. Rusty and the whole crew over there doing a great job, and they help both with the building across central Iowa and across the state. See them, in fact, work with a lot of schools in their construction needs. That is Graphite Construction Group. I'm going to give it to you. What do you got for us, Andy, our Hard Hat Player of the Game?
Well, I think based on the title of the award, I think it comes down to 2 players tonight for Centennial, and that's between Bella Robin and Jackie Pippin. I think Jackie Pippin, just with what she was able to do on the offensive end and some of the hard-nosed points that she got, kept a few possessions alive. They both did, but I think I'm going to give that award to Jackie Pippin tonight.
Jackie Pippin, the senior, with our Hard Hat Player of the Game presented by Graphite Construction Group. Thank you to her, and thank you to Graphite with us here throughout high school sports during this calendar year. They'll be with us all the way through state softball and baseball next summer. After the last couple of days, boy, baseball, softball, summer, sounds pretty good after the weather we've been dealing with.
I had to take my daughter down to hitting practice on Wednesday night, and I'm thinking another one to practice last night. So, yeah, they're in, pardon the pun, full swing right now, getting ready to go with that, because we're not too far away from the club season for softball right now, which sure seems a long ways off, though.
No doubt about it. Well, we're not too far away from Game 2 of our doubleheader here this evening. It'll be the boys' side, Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back on the other side, we'll get you ready for the matchup, get you up to date on everything we have, some scores from across the area. Also, as we are moments away, about 15 minutes away from tip-off on the boys' side, Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial. And it's next right here with the video stream on CISN TV and the audio call on KXNO. We're back with more here in a moment.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Fall is upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need one of the brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. They're the perfect retrofit for that old wood-burning fireplace that you're not using. You get beautiful flames, you get heat, you get easy operation, and they're all brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. Please come see us, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
At MidAmerican Energy, we put our energy into making communities stronger, safer, and ready for the future. We support STEM education and community safety, special events, and economic development activities. We energize our cities and towns just like we have for decades, all to help make your community the place where you want to build your business, your legacy, and your life. It's another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Welcome back once again to Ankeny High School. Trent Condon and Andy Pollock with you on a fast break Friday night here, 1460 KXNO, 106.3 FM, and the video stream on CISN. As we bring you this one, we go over to the boys' side after the victory for Ankeny Centennial in Game 1 on the boys' side of things. Certainly saw this matchup just a few weeks back. It went to the Jags, but the defending reigning state champion, the Ankeny Hawks, those youngsters starting to play some good basketball.
You know, it's a team that's still trying to figure out their identity, per se. I mean, they play, they're going to see 11 guys play for Ankeny tonight. They're going to try to figure out who they can come up with is at best. You're not going to go on a deep run in the tournament playing 11 guys. You got to get enough guys to figure out a flow. Ankeny's still trying to figure that out. Took a huge step forward last night. Really a dominating win over Dowling Catholic last night. So they're starting to settle in on that lineup, but just really trying to see where those pieces will fall and see if Coach Carlson can have his team make another run.
So Coach Carlson, pushing the right buttons, getting the right guys out there, and told you, Andy, I saw Ankeny for the first time last night. Really the eye-opener for me was Carson Johnson, the freshman. Not big by any means, only listed at 5'8". He's going to get bigger, going to get stronger. He is so quick, and he doesn't carry himself, though, like a freshman, most importantly.
Well, and up until last night, he's really been a hangout around the perimeter and try to hit that shot. There's been games this year that he hasn't even come in, that he hasn't even seen any action because they haven't seen the need for it. He's a great outside shooter, like an outstanding three-point shooter. So the fact that last night he was trying to take the ball at the hoop, Dowling's got some bigs that would challenge those shots. Carson took it at him, scored in double digits for the first time this year, and Carson's going to be a kid that we're going to hear a lot about him down the road.
Got his start last night and played incredibly well in that one against Dowling Catholic. On the other side for Ankeny Centennial, Cruz, a young man that certainly knows a lot about this rivalry, making the move over. He's playing at a high level. McAleer, he can fill it up from the outside. And more than anything, one of our keys to the game as we look at our keys to the game here this evening, as a whole, Centennial, they got a bunch of guys that can shoot it.
They really do. They're a guard-oriented team, and that's where I think they've got an advantage tonight, is in that backcourt. And obviously with Cruz running the show, long body, explosive body, just makes things difficult on the other team, creates a lot of one-on-none opportunities with his ability to steal the ball in the backcourt. So just a very good player. 2 years ago was playing for Coach Carlson's squad here, and moved to the north side of town here a year ago, has been with Coach Fontana for the last 2 seasons, and has been a huge important piece of this Jaguars team.
So as we look at our keys to the game presented by DeArmond Ford of Indianola, mentioned one of those keys, and that is finding the shooters. Centennial with 4 players shooting over 39% from 3. The other key to me, though, Andy, is the rivalry game emotions. And you talked about Cruz. He's played this rivalry for both sides. We're also going to see J.J. Cole, a young man that just made the move this season. But that's got to feel odd going against kids you were in school with here just a month ago.
Well, these kids all know each other. Growing up, you're in a town of about 70,000 people, and these kids all play on the same club teams. They know each other. It's as big as Ankeny has gotten. It's still a very small town when your kids are playing sports, so a lot of these guys know each other. They played against each other. The rivalry aspect of it, almost on the guys' side, I don't feel like maybe there's quite as big of impact from it, just because these kids are so familiar with each other for how many times they played with and against each other throughout the years.
Those are our keys to the game here this evening, brought to you by DeArmond Ford of Indianola, a family-led business guided by their core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity. Check out the all-new DeArmond Ford in Indianola online at DeArmondFord.com. Our spotlight players here this evening, we just talked about one of them for Ankeny. It is J.J. Cole, comes in averaging 9.5 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, shooting 52.8% from the field. He was a quarterback for the Centennial football team, now played in the middle for the Hawk basketball team. Young man that feels like maybe his best is still in front of him.
Well, he's a thick body for a guy that's 6'7", is just a sophomore. JJ's got some pretty good size to him. Just last night, able to kind of back down the guy. He's really starting to find that part of his game. He's not going to call him a perimeter player, but he's more of a putback type of guy. But as he starts to refine and hone those skills with his back to the basket, you're going to see some big things out of JJ in the years to come.
On the other side, our player to watch this evening, our spotlight player for the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars is young man Cruz that we talked about here just a little bit ago. Love him as a facilitator.
Yeah, everything runs through him, and he's going to create a lot of opportunities for everybody else. Averages 16 points a game, and he's going to get those points, but he's going to make everybody else on the court better that's around him as well.
We get ready for the tip-off of this one. Just moments away, Ankeny versus Ankeny Centennial. We'll take our final timeout here of the pregame show and come back with the starting lineups in a moment. Trent Condon, Andy Pollock with you. Glad to have you aboard as we come back. The boys' side of the doubleheader next here on KXNO and CISN.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
At MidAmerican Energy, we put our energy into making communities stronger, safer, and ready for the future. We support STEM education and community safety, special events, and economic development activities. We energize our cities and towns just like we have for decades. All to help make your community the place where you want to build your business, your legacy, and your life. It's another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. Without question, the COVID-19 pandemic created many disruptive changes in our lives. Some of us got sick, jobs and income were compromised, it was difficult to even spend time with family and friends. But one thing hasn't changed, and that's Westside Auto Pro's commitment to quality service, and that will never change. We're here to make sure you get maximum performance and reliability from your vehicle. So as we all move forward, keep Westside Auto Pros in mind. You've been through enough. We'll make sure your car is the least of your worries.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Fall is upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need one of the brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. They're the perfect retrofit for that old wood-burning fireplace that you're not using. You get beautiful flames, you get heat, you get easy operation, and they're all brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. Please come see us, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
We get ready for tip-off here, Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial. Glad to have you with us on CISN and our audio call this evening on radio on KXNO 106.3 FM and 1460 on the AM dial. Let's take a look here at the starting lineups, and starting with the visitors this evening, it'll be John Cruz starting at one guard spot for the Ankeny Centennial Jags. Colin McAleer, 6'4", will also join him in the backcourt. It'll be Caden Kelling making that three-guard lineup. And Brock Jensen, a senior, 6'2", wears number 25 for Ankeny Centennial. Finally, the freshman, Leo Aguirre, and young man that I'm real excited to see, Andy. There's been a lot of conversations about him. Really growing up, heard a lot about him the last few years.
When he steps out on the court, he does not look like a freshman. He is a thick body, a guy that looks like he's been in the weight room plenty, and he's very comfortable out on the basketball court.
For the homestanding Ankeny Hawks, the reigning champions in Class 4A, they come in with a 6-5 record, including 5-2 in league play. They'll go with the point guard, number 25 freshman Carson Johnson. The 5'8" freshman comes in playing for good basketball after last night. He's joined in the backcourt by Braden Dre, another youngster, a sophomore at 5'10". The third guard of the three-guard lineup is junior Ryan Crandall, outstanding football player and playing some real good basketball this year. He was part of that title team a year ago in both football and basketball. He checks in wearing number 21. Up front, it'll be Brady McCullough, the 6'5", forward wearing 35, and the man in the middle, Braden Simonson, a 6'3" forward, wears number 45. Physicality, but one thing, so many times we're used to seeing the teams that have that 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" guy. Not the case here tonight.
Yeah, well, you're going to see him come off the bench for Ankeny. When you see J.J. Cole and Bentor Nial come off the bench for Ankeny, they're going to, that's really, I'm kind of surprised that one of those two guys isn't starting tonight. Simonson is a brawler. I mean, he's a barroom brawler, right down low. That's how you describe street fighter. I bet is the best way to describe the guy. Good player, good football player as well. And Simonson's going to battle the whole time down low. But when you get Cole and Nial coming off the bench in a game like tonight, I think that's where you may be able to create some mismatches on the Ankeny side of things.
So I want to ask you a little bit. Grant Carlson winning the state championship a year ago in his fourth season, now year number 5. Now he had quite a rebuild in front of him when he took over the program, and just incredible what he was able to do. On the other side, Coach Fontana, love talking to the guy, love talking hoops with him, and you tell he's had good teams, but still waiting for that breakthrough moment with the Jaguar program.
Well, and this year, this senior class right now, and kind of the pieces they have in place, where they don't have right now, and I'm not sure it's that big a deal in Iowa high school basketball, is they don't have that post presence. They've got a really very good guard court, but they don't have that post presence. But I said the same thing all season about Ankeny last year, and then at the end of the game, at the end of the season, their guards take over and no one can hang with their guards at all. So Iowa high school basketball is a guard-dominated sport, and I think Ankeny Centennial has some of those pieces in place to be making a lot of noise here in the next couple weeks.
Going to be a fun one here, and the sub-state pairings came out today from the boys in Boone. We'll maybe take a peek at those here coming up at the halftime show, let you know where we're going to keep an eye on these squads. Always fun to take a look ahead after we find out the way things are going to be placed off. But we got a great night of basketball here in front of you. Crosstown rivalry, the Northsiders from Centennial, the Southsiders from Ankeny, the Hawks and the Jaguars as we're ready for tip-off. It'll be jumping up for Ankeny Centennial, Colin McAleer, and he'll do it against Ankeny's Brady McCullough. Tap back in, controlled, and Ankeny will start with the opening possession as they move left to right across your dial. There's Johnson. We talked about him in the pregame with the handoff to Crandall. Crandall, a couple of dribbles now, picks it up, goes in the high post, gets it back into the paint, goes into the corner. Now a return for Dre. There's Carson Johnson, a freshman. Pounds the dribble, goes right side, Dre. Dre into the paint with the runner. That one side iron, no good. Long rebound for Cruz. And here comes the Jaguars at their first look.
I think he kind of lost it in the air and then tipped it towards the basket is what it looked like.
40 seconds gone by, no score. Centennial with their first look. On the drive attempt, we're going to reach in a hold as they're going to get Simonson on that one. Simonson hit with the first foul of the night. 7:17 to play in the first quarter.
As Leo went baseline, there's a big collision. Those are two thick bodies running into each other down there.
Good catch, and then the drive, the runner, no, but an offensive foul as they're going to get Jensen on the charge.
Yeah, McCullough got set. He was standing there for a long time. One of those that at the next level with that restraining circle, that's probably a defensive foul, but in Iowa high school basketball, that's a charge 10 times out of 10.
Is it right back to Ankeny? They work with their second position. Across the timeline comes Ryan Crandall. Crandall a year ago on the hardwood. Great piece and a glue guy for that team. You could feel, though, there are times he wasn't real confident on the offensive end. That has changed this year for him.
Yeah, he's had to grow up a bunch. You see it right there as he takes it at the basket. But I think the football season that he had helped him out a bunch as well. As 2 times in a row, he is the guy. They're going to run everything through him on the offensive end.
Put his head down, use that strong, sturdy frame, and gets the bucket, second on the team in scoring this year as he knocks that one in the first score of the night. There's Aguirre, now tries to get some help.
Good D by Simonson.
Cruz in the right corner. He'll try the step-in three, left it short. Johnson with the rebound, that's Carson. He'll push ahead as he gets it to Dre. Dre, nice drop inside for Simonson. Simonson, though, ran into some trouble. Crandall goes to the post. There's McCullough with the nice move.
As McCullough turned baseline, I think he was expecting some body or at least some interference there. He didn't get it. That's an easy shot for him from about 6 feet away off the glass.
2 minutes gone by, 2 buckets for Ankeny. They lead 4-0. Here's the answer on the other end by Colin McAleer.
McAleer, as he drives into the lane, just kept waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to come up and stop him. And as he kept moving closer and closer, no one did. Easy shot for him.
McAleer with the first score of the evening for the Jaguars. Back the other way, Crandall picks up his dribble, finds some help with Simonson. Simonson wants to go to work. He'll scoop it up with the left hand, no. And Aguirre with the rebound and the push. Looks out ahead, off the deflection, reverse layup. Good for Centennial's Caden Kelling.
Kelling running the court very well, just kind of pulled away from everybody as he went down the court. One of the smaller guys on the floor, but using his speed there.
Johnson gets it over. Here's Dre for 3. That one no good. McAleer with the long rebound. He wants to push, looks out ahead. Centennial pushing the pace again. No, put back right there. There's Leo Aguirre.
Yeah, right there for the 2-on-1. Centennial, again, if they can turn this into an up-and-down guard-oriented game, they've got a big advantage here tonight.
6 straight out of the Jaguars. They lead at 6-4 inside of 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Well, thought about the 3 instead. Goes into Simonson. Simonson, good spin, can't get the roll off the rim. McAleer clears for Centennial. Aguirre spins in the paint, lost his footing, and got hit with the travel.
Spun into a little bit of a contact, and just as he started to get his bearings back about him, took the extra step. As you watch Centennial on defense right now, they've got Aguirre defending Simonson, and they say you got a freshman against a much bigger, not taller, but bigger body down there. Not that Aguirre is a small body at all, but those guys, there's been a lot of contact so far. This will be a fun one to watch here tonight.
Johnson pounds the dribble, now to Dre. Dre drops it back, open three-pointer. McCullough splashes it home.
McCullough with the rec league set shot from straight away. No one came out to cover him.
Plenty of time, and he knocks down the triple and gives the lead right back. Here's the steal and a foul. We're going to get a reach on the run out there. He's got to be careful on those reaches, too. On the run out, you don't want to get it intentional.
Right. It was Cruz that just reached out and kind of stalled things, didn't let him get down court.
First foul against Cruz, and the second team foul against Ankeny Centennial. Hawks 7, Jaguars 6, halfway through the first quarter. boys basketball action. Thanks for joining us here this evening. A fun one with the Hawks and the Jaguars. Drive through, that one blocked from behind. Good defense from McGuire.
Yeah, as he keeps his body away. He's got longer arms, just keeps his body away. Able to return that one out of bounds.
Sturdy frame at 6'3", but you mentioned he does not look like a freshman. See that with the legs and another rejection. He gets the block shot. Here comes Centennial.
That's a lot on McAleer, though, because as McCullough backed his way down, he was expecting a lot of contact, and McAleer kind of set him up.
Cruz, no, but he was bumped and fouled. They're going to get Dre, and it'll be 2 free throws coming for Ankeny, Centennial, and Cruz.
That free throw line hesitation by Cruz just creates just enough space that he's able to take it at the basket. He doesn't really look off as a defender, but just creates enough hesitation that he's able to get to the basket.
First of 2, good from Cruz. He has one more.
Hawks into the ball game. Number 3, Matt Stickrod. Number 11, Ventura.
We're going to get our first look at Stickrod coming off the bench for Ankeny. Where's number 3? Also J.J. Cole will come in for the first time, and Ventura Neal. Second free throw good from Cruz. He's a perfect 2 for 2.
Really look for Ankeny to try to, they've got a huge height advantage right now with Cole and Neal on the floor, so I would expect them to try to force this one down low.
Crandall crosses over, dribble, spins in the lane, lost it on his way up. Great defense by Cruz. Cruz now on the push. 4 on 3. Goes through into the corner. McAleer for 3. Hit the side of the backboard. Now the long run out back the other way for Ankeny. Drop for Stickrod, who has a nice save on the baseline.
Little tightrope walk there.
Crandall from the top of the key. And a reach and a hold as they're going to get Chris Lewis.
Just enough, again, that hesitation by Crandall. Up and down, fun pace to this game, fun tempo as, the scoring not super high, but just up and down and not a lot of half-court sets. Very entertaining so far.
Crandall will inbound, gets it to Stickrod. Thought about the 3, passed it up. Johnson back for Crandall, left side. They'll go cross court. With it is Nail. Inside Cole. Oh, good. Solid move there. Took some contact, is still able to finish.
If they can get the ball in J.J. Cole's hands and get it over the top of that fronting defender, there's really nobody left. I mean, there's bodies there, but he's so much taller than everybody else. I'm not sure there's much of a chance.
There's a drive, no, but a foul as they're going to get J.J. Cole trying to help on the backside. Good, strong drive for Ankeny Centennial and Chris Lewis. So that'll be 2 free throws for him.
Yeah, as JJ looked over at Carlson there, he says, Carlson said, hey, stay straight up. You're taller than everybody on the court right now. Just stay straight up. You're going to alter a lot of shots.
First free throw off the mark from Lewis. He's got one more, 65% from the free throw line this season with 2:37 left in the first quarter. Second free throw off the mark again. Nail high for the rebound for the Hawks. Crandall running the point. Gets his way into the paint. Just bullies his way in. Throws it up. No. Oh, what a tip back though. Nail.
Again, that height advantage because, they're boxing out, but Neal's able to go up and not get any contact and tip that one right in.
6'6", using the frame and the tip in for the senior. 11-8 now the lead for Ankeny as we approach the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Cruz now going to work in the paint. They'll go to Aguirre with the drive, no, but a foul. They're going to get Cole, and that'll be his second.
That's a good way to negate the height advantage, get 2 quick fouls, and they really, they get Cole out towards the free throw line and have it force him to defend Aguirre all the way through, and Aguirre and Leo very quick going to that left hand. A couple of young guys that we're going to hear a lot about in the near future.
Mentioned the size of him. Not sure how tall he's going to be. Very well developed physically already. That was the first thing that jumped out, is just the size of his legs for a 14, 15-year-old.
They actually called that last foul. That's interesting. They put up on the board that the foul was on Stickrod, so I'm not sure we'll have to follow that one because he was nowhere close to the play.
That one is interesting. Nail tries to hit with the jumper, no, and the rebound secured by Centennial. They trail it by a point, 11-10. All the way through, open three-pointer from the corner, no good. Nail high for the rebound, fight hard, and then McAleer reaches in, he'll pick up the foul.
Yeah, McAleer's just got to back off that one because Neal's got the rebound cleared up there to grab it. And that's one of those that you feel like maybe you have a chance to get it, but 9 times out of 10 that is a foul.
Caden Kelling will come back into the game. 11-10 the score. Ankeny with the lead over Ankeny Centennial. High school basketball here on a fast break Friday night. Go to the left side and setting up the offense with Stickrod. Stickrod pulls up at the elbow, drops it off Johnson. Deep three, just strong. And the rebound from McAleer. Cruz ahead. He'll hesitate at the three-point line. Contact on the shot, and they're going to call a foul now. They have a foot on the line. Official said yes, he did.
It was one of those that I think initially he was going to let it go, and then just realized it altered the shot too much. Had a lot of ball, but also got him on the arm as he was shooting.
And that will be the second foul now against Matt Stickrod, the 5'10" senior. Cruz, another free throw, and boy, he can get there a lot. 75% on the year, and his strength, his ability off the bounce. He's going to shoot a lot of free throws this year.
Many, many opportunities. That little hesitation move that he likes to go to, and that time it's the pull-up. You know, the hesitation, the pull-up.
2 for 2 again from the charity stripe for Cruz. It's a lead back now for Ankeny Centennial at 12-11. 65 seconds left in the opening quarter.
Look for the Hawks to try to get the ball down low here.
Weedy, the sophomore, in the game for the first time. Here's a three. That one from Nail, no good. Ball tipped around and finally secured by Centennial and Caden Kelling.
Not getting shots down low. They've got 3 outside shots with the height advantage.
There's the drive from McGuire and a foul. Now this time it's got to be on J.J. Cole.
Yeah, not much doubt about that one, and that's that isolation, no one else for JJ to come out and help. McGuire can pull up and hit that shot. He's also a tall, big body. Creates a tough matchup for Ankeny.
Substitution. And the first free throw off the mark. So Simonson's going to come back in as he will check in for JJ Cole. Theo Gary's second free throw for the freshman. The lefty spins it in. And the lead doubles up to 2, 13-11. As the clock rolls in, side of 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. They drop it down in the post to Simonson. Back for Dre. Dre wants to drive. The runner in and out, no good. A lot of contact, late whistle. It'll be a foul and 2 free throws. Second time we see the late whistle.
I'm not sure if the foul altered the shot or if it came after the shot because he got it up, but it's going to be
Fontana, he's looking for an explanation.
They get Kelling for that? Yeah, Kelling, okay.
And that is team foul number 5 whistled against Centennial. 6 on the other side for Ankeny as the first free throw finds the mark from Dre.
So after a very clean girls game tonight with not many fouls whistled, we've seen a lot so far in this first quarter tonight, which was really watching Ankeny last year. There was a lot of those games we were here late into the night. They got after it a lot on the defensive end.
Very physical squad a year ago, and used that lack of height, and their physicality was the difference on that run to the state championship. We're tied up here at 13, down to 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Centennial with Lewis. Hands off for Snyder. Snyder with his first look. Also Cruz on the floor, McAleer, and a Gary. Oh, here's Cruz with the step-through finish. Heave at the horn, just off the mark from Johnson. An entertaining first quarter here in Ankeny. Your score, Centennial 15, Ankeny 13. We come back, second quarter right around the corner next on KXNO and CISN.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Start of the second quarter from Ankeny High School. It's Ankeny Centennial 15, Ankeny High 13. 8 minutes put back on the clock as we get started here in the second quarter. Entertaining one between the crosstown rivals. Cruz going to try the step back J, no good. Had everything but it rattled out. Quickly the other way, here come the Hawks. As for a moment was Crandall, now picks up his dribble, goes cross court. Nail from the right wing. Just inside, nothing there. Crandall trying to do the same. Crandall crosses over his dribble, step back 17-footer, knocked it home.
Rainbow shot. It looks so short from our angle, and then just like that, nothing but net.
Tied up at 15 with 7:22 left to go in the second quarter. Pulling his way inside. Boy, good strong move there. And the finish for Lewis.
Chris Lewis, he'll score a little bit, but that move that he makes was really good as he recognized that he had Carson Johnson on him in a height mismatch.
Now trying to answer with a three-pointer. That one off the mark. And the rebound secured. So the push back the other way. As here comes Ankeny Centennial leading by 2, 17-15 in the second quarter. Cruz a step back. That one missed everything though. Dre got beat for a moment, able to get back and disrupt the shot. He goes to Simonson. Simonson, no, spins, throws it up, no. Nail with the putback, no. Gets it back again, hoop in the arm, and a little passion afterwards.
Niall's got to continue to find his way underneath the basket. He settled for some outside shots and, not a prolific outside shooter that time, though, fighting hard underneath. He's just so much longer than everybody else on the court out there right now. He gets many opportunities at it.
Chance at the three-point play for Bentor Nail. 6'6" senior for the Ankeny Hawks. The lefty steps to the free throw line. As the crowd hushes for a moment, off the mark, no good.
Thought we lost our feed for a second.
Yeah, everybody was quiet. There's an answer on the other end. A three-pointer, ring it up by Jackson Snyder.
Snyder, again, not one of those players that shoots the ball a whole lot, but not even to a secondary break. Really off the break, no one identifies him.
On the wing, Johnson will try the three, too strong, and Cruz up for the rebound. Cruz wants to push. Gets all the way in the paint. Oh, what a feed. And the finish. Beautiful assist by Cruz in the bucket for Jensen. Timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout with 5:57 to go. Centennial up to a 5-point lead, 22-17. And Andy, nice little spurt there from the Jags.
Well, we talked about in the pregame how Jerron Cruz can make everybody else around him better, and you've seen it the last couple possessions. Ankeny's done a great job in him when he's got the basketball, keeping him from shooting, but he's able to find the open man a lot. Great vision, especially when you're looking at a 3-on-1.
So conversation for Coach Carlson here. What's he telling his Hawk squad?
Well, you want to protect the basketball, and you got to get back on defense and identify who you've got. Some of these secondary break opportunities for Ankeny, or for Centennial, have led to some easy buckets, too easy buckets if you're Ankeny. So really getting back and identifying your shooters right away.
22-17, 5 minutes, 57 seconds left as the clock starts. On the inbounds as Carson Johnson brings it across for the Hawks, down by 5. On the return, Johnson crosses over his dribble into the paint. Drop back for Crandall. Crandall goes inside, nice catch in there. Mike McCullough in traffic. Dre dribbles it to the right side. Now Johnson into the paint, pull up 14-footer. Good. His pull-up game with that little runner is so good.
It's so hard to defend right there because even though he's a little guy, he's able to just get it up over everybody so quick. The ball gets out of his hands so fast.
Foul back on the other end. It'll be free throw time for Ankeny Centennial's Jackson Snyder. Boy, Snyder's come in and given some good minutes to Coach Fontana.
He really has. The aggressiveness is going to get him to the basket quite a bit. Finds himself at the free throw line here, but he hits a three just a minute ago.
Number 5, Tyler Johnson into the ball.
A substitution for Centennial. It'll be Tyler Johnson, the senior. .23 to play. Second free throw flipped up and off the mark from Snyder. Stays at a 4-point lead for Ankeny Centennial. Crandall working his way through, step back jumper, no good. Oh, there's the putback though, heads up play, and the score for McCullough.
Ball just kind of landed in his hands, and McCullough found himself in a great spot underneath the basket.
Hawks within 2, 23-21, 5 minutes left before halftime. Driving in the slowdown. And Centennial going to work it with Kelling. Kelling all the way through, missed it. Offensive rebound though for Snyder. He'll try the jumper, good. These guys are not scared to put the ball up, and a timeout. Coach Fontana wants to talk to his squad after they build the lead back to 4.
Snyder averages just 5 points a game. He's got 7 in about the last 3 minutes, so he just continues to find himself open looks. I mean, does a great job getting himself the rebound, looks around, there's no one on him. A lot of confidence in that 15-foot jump shot.
No doubt about it. 25-21 is our score here. I'm Trent Condon. He is Andy Pollock. Fun night for hoops this evening in this high school basketball season that before we know it, we'll be getting ready for sub-state play on the boys' side, regional play on the girls' side. Boy, it goes quick every single year.
Yeah, I just got the schedule of availability for the girls' state basketball tournament here just a couple days ago, so getting ready to plan ahead for that, and what a fun event that is. Always as they just do it up right down there for the girls' tournament.
No doubt about it. Wells Fargo Arena certainly going to look different this year compared to what we're used to. Social distancing will be in effect. First big tournament we'll have is the state wrestling tournament coming up next month. Deep inside, Simonson with the left hand.
Yeah, good strong move, but then a nice soft touch at the basket.
And the score makes it a 2-point game, 25-23. Cruz, he'll try that 3 again. No good, just a touch shy on the throw ahead to Dre. Now Dre, he wants to push. Contact block is going to be the call. Good work by that official. He was in the right spot to make the call.
Yep, no doubt. Dre did a good job of avoiding, drawing, but avoiding the contact. Not square contact at all. And no doubt that Snyder was set, but not the solid enough contact to get a charge in the way the bodies hit the floor and the ball went fine. You have to make a call in that situation, not a situation where you can let it go.
Just over 4 minutes left in the first half. And the free throw for Dre is pure. First foul of the night against Centennial. On the foul call there, and second free throw good. Tied up, 25. 17 fouls on both sides. And both teams now in the bonus. Halfway through the second quarter, 25 apiece. Cruz works through a screen to Johnson. McAleer on the right side. Wants to drive, cut off, step backs to the top of the key. Into the corner for Johnson. Johnson works the dribble. Spins back, open triple. Snyder, no good. A lot of contact down there, no call, tipped out of bounds, and it's going to go over to Ankeny.
I think the officials had kind of looked away to see the ball where it was going out of bounds and then see all the contact. Nothing egregious, just a lot of contact between Simonson and Snyder.
And number 24, Chris Lewis.
Good minutes from Snyder off the bench.
Played well. Lewis going to get another run here for Coach Fontana's squad. One night of basketball, and a good one, tied up. 25-25, ball taken away. Here comes Centennial on the push. 4-on-3 all the way through. Contact, no good. A late whistle again, and it's going to be 2 free throws.
That may draw the ire of Brent Carlson because that foul came in very late. Very, very late.
And a lot of times coaches, players don't get upset with foul calls. It's when the whistle comes in late.
Well, it came in when they realized how much it affected the shot, I think, because there no doubt was a lot of contact, but there was the trail official with another official right there that thought he was going to let it go, and the trail official comes in and says, no, that's a foul.
So it will be 2 free throws for Ankeny Centennial's Caden Kelling, the junior. Check that, they said it was on the floor. It'll be a 1-and-1, and he misses the front end. Tip back, Cruz, though, gets the offensive rebound. Cruz goes right back to the rim. That one no good, tipped around, and finally secured by Johnson, but he had it taken away. Lewis with the steal. Frenetic pace here, contact, offensive foul.
It's so interesting to me, and I get it. I get the calls, but how you can have all the contact throughout that whole flurry with, you've got Cruz, going up and going over the back of a couple guys, and then you have Lewis Johnson getting Lewis getting the back of his legs dove into, but then you get the charge call. It's interesting to me how games get called that way.
Second foul whistled against Ankeny Centennial's Chris Lewis. Taken away. Lewis gets the ball back and the steal. Brazil tap it over to Cruz. Cruz across the timeline. Tie game with 2:42 left in the second quarter. 25 apiece. As anticipated here, very contentious game. 17-foot jumper off the front of the rim and drops home for Cruz.
A lot of those outside shots for Cruz have been short tonight. Even that one was as well, just enough English to get it over the top of the rim. Looking back in the first quarter, I'm not so sure that J.J. Cole, they didn't go back and give him that third foul because he has not come off the bench at all. I think there was a discussion at the scorer's table, and there was a talk with both coaches. I'm not so sure that they didn't come back and say that that other foul was his. So I think he hasn't come off the bench. He's sitting in the back right now. But he was a presence right away when he came in the game as well. So probably the reason he's sitting on the bench right now.
27-25 is our score. The lead for Ankeny Centennial, making the short drive over from Centennial High School here to Ankeny tonight. Just over 2 minutes left. Cruz wants to drive, goes through with the right hand, got it on the roll. Duran Cruz starting to heat up.
That explosive step after he picks up his dribble gets himself to the hoop so quick.
29-25 after 4 straight from Cruz. A 4-point lead for the Jaguars. And we're going to get a whistle. Offensive foul, fighting for position in the paint, and they're going to get Brady McCullough.
Yep, just a lot of guys. I think you saw kind of an elbow clear out from him there at the top of the elbow. Again, one of the situations with all the contact going on, and then they pick one of those away from it, and it's always very interesting because you cannot call everything, and then then you're stuck with trying to figure out, all right, what impacts the game, what doesn't.
Well, the crowd that is here starting to get into it. Cruz, a beautiful feed. Wide open 3, that one no good. High for the rebound for Ankeny, though. Here comes Crandall. Crandall against 3 defenders, finishes with the right hand.
Almost a poor man's Euro step that he took to get around it. Not the true Euro, but use that step to clear the defenders.
So contact in the paint. We're going to get a whistle and a foul down there.
Starting to feel a little bit of that rivalry feel in the gym right now, and I think it helps. You got the JV boys basketball team has come in. They brought a little excitement to the gym, and you got the guys on the bench who brought more excitement right now, and the pace is certainly helping that as well.
29-27, a 2-point lead for Centennial with Cruz at the foul line. Hits the first, and builds the lead up to 3, 30-27. Minute 2 left to go in the second quarter. Cruz for the second time, good again. Just so confident at that charity stripe.
And he's been there a lot. Not just tonight, in his career, he's been there a lot.
Johnson on the drive, goes for Crandall. Crandall will try the 3, just strong in the rebound for McAleer of the Jags. Now decision time for Coach Fontana. He hollered something to Duran Cruz, but can't see it with those masks.
The decision is, Duran, if you like your chance, you take it. If not, hold it out and we'll play for 1.
Cruz with the basketball on the right side. He's out there with McAleer, also Caden Kelling on the floor. Leo Aguirre and Brock Jensen, the 5 on the floor for Ankeny Centennial. Clock ticks down now, inside of 15 seconds left with Cruz. Ball on his right hip. Now yo-yos the dribble out near the jump circle. Goes to the right side. Tricky dribbles, gets into the paint. Pull up, jumper from 13. Good. Tough shot there. Hit out of bounds, and with 0.4 seconds left, Centennial now going to get a chance at one more shot here at the end of the half.
Official's going to talk about getting some extra time on the court here, or on the clock.
Coach Fontana, he's looking for that. Might be right. Might have been.
I think they might get 0.8.
Yeah, it was under a second, but just a little bit more time to maybe get a clean catch and shoot. That 0.4, you got to get it off incredibly quick.
Pretty much tipping that in that situation.
McAleer will inbound. They're going to put 0.7 on the clock.
Enough time for catch and shoot now. Boy, that'd be a turn of events here at the end of the half.
Centennial with the basketball to go inside. Ball tip. Not going to get this one away. They'll wave it off at the horn. Halftime here at Ankeny High School. Your halftime score, Ankeny Centennial 33. The Ankeny Hawks 27. Fun first half of basketball here, Andy Pollock.
It really was the pace I mentioned a few times going up and down the court. I really thought that if Centennial could turn this into a very guard-oriented game, they'd have a pretty big advantage, but Ankeny's played right with them in the guard court, and even when Ankeny was able to have their bigs in the game, have some more opportunities to score down low. So Ankeny's played that part of their game very well and kept things very even in the guard court side of things.
33-27 at the half. We're going to take a timeout, come back, get you updated on everything we saw in the first half of this one. Also a look back at the first game of our doubleheader on the girls' side, and a look at the sub-states released today in Class 4A by the Iowa High School Athletic Association. That's all coming your way here at the half. 33-27 Centennial with the lead over Ankeny as we come back in a moment on CISN and KXNO.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford, DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Fall is upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need one of the brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. They're the perfect retrofit for that old wood-burning fireplace that you're not using. You get beautiful flames, you get heat, you get easy operation, and they're all brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. Please come see us, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
At Mid-American Energy, we put our energy into making communities stronger, safer, and ready for the future. We support STEM education and community safety, special events, and economic development activities. We energize our cities and towns just like we have for decades. All to help make your community the place where you want to build your business, your legacy, and your life. It's another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
We're back here here from halftime, 33-27 our score. I'm Trent Condon, he's Andy Pollock. Ankeny versus Ankeny Centennial. Look back at the first half, 33-27. Cruz with a very good first half for the Jaguars. His ability to get to the rim, get to the foul line, certainly showed up in a big way. Ankeny, though, not going away.
No, they're not at all. And Cruz's outside shot not falling like we've seen it fall from him in the past, but he's, like you mentioned, he's found a way to get himself to the hoop, to keep his teammates involved in, as well as had several assists where you wonder where the ball came from, but somehow it got to them. And he's very good about getting the ball to his shooters where they can shoot it right away. They don't have to reach for it and find themselves back in rhythm. It keeps in the frame of their body. So nice job by that young man tonight. But on the other end, I mean, Ankeny's run right with him. You see Crandall has taken the ball at the hoop several times, got himself to the free throw line a few times, and even able to finish a couple as well. So Ryan Crandall, a nice night at the guard spot for the Hawks.
You mentioned at the end of the first half, J.J. Cole. We felt like earlier in the game he had picked up his second foul. On the scoreboard, they had given it to somebody else, but then he picked up another foul. Was it a second or third? We're not sure here. We're on the opposite side of the scores table, but then he didn't play after that, so at least some speculation from our end.
It certainly would appear that way, and JJ did had some nice offensive looks at the hoop immediately when he came in. Bentor Nial as well was a guy that did some offensive things as well when he came in, and we didn't see those guys in the tail end of the second quarter. But again, that comes back to Ankeny. They just play a lot of guys, so as they continue to find what lineup is the best for them, and tonight, they got to continue to go with that guard-oriented lineup that they've got and try to run with the Jaguars.
A couple of youngsters saw last night in the Ankeny Dowling game. Played really well. The freshman Carson Johnson, he's been quiet here this evening. And also off the bench, Carson Weedy had given really good minutes for the coaching staff. And hasn't happened tonight. Got to figure they're going to be trying to push some buttons, getting those guys going.
Yeah, and Johnson, we've seen that he's usually a really, really good outside shooter from the three-point line, especially. And tonight, just really nowhere close from the three-point line. Did see him taking in the lane with confidence. Got that little teardrop, the old Curtis Stinson look. He got that one to fall earlier. Weedy, we just haven't seen him a whole lot at all here tonight. He's been in the game a few times, but just haven't got the ball in his hands. So Johnson's going to be a kid, especially as he grows. You mentioned 5'8", and he is. I don't necessarily believe that he's 5'8". We'd have to look at that. But Johnson playing with a lot more confidence right now, just not able to quite find the range from the three-point line tonight.
Substates came out today, the assignments, so the brackets won't be out for another couple of weeks. We do know the 6 teams that will comprise all of these substates in Class 4A. For Ankeny Centennial, they're matched up. They have Ames there. Ames, pretty good squad this season. Des Moines Hoover, Courtney Henderson's squad, always going to D up. An improving Lincoln program. They're doing a nice job over there. Fort Dodge and Indianola, but certainly feels like a path for the Jaguars to make a run to the state tournament.
Yeah, they've got it's a nice look, but not without plenty of opportunities to get upset either. Like you mentioned, Hoover will always give you what they've got, and Ames, with some of the guys that they've got on that team up there, there's always an opportunity when you've got some of the talent that they've got.
Substate number 7, a lot of local teams involved there. Des Moines East, Des Moines North, Dowling Catholic, Lewis Central from over in Council Bluffs, Urbandale, and West Des Moines Valley. Very well could shape up. Dowling Valley with a chance to go to the state tournament in that one. And then Substate 8 is where Ankeny resides. They're there with Roosevelt, Marshalltown, Mason City, Norwalk. But for the defending champions, they get Waukee, though not ranked number 1 right now, still I think most people's favorite.
Waukee is the number 1 team in the state right now. I mean, I know they lost a game, but they're the number 1 team. They've got the talent, and they've got the coaching. They've got the team, and you watch them play, and you're like, some people have compared them a little bit to the Ames teams of 10, 15 years ago. I wouldn't quite hold them in that esteem quite yet, but there's a lot of players on that team that for years to come we're going to be hearing about them.
The other local teams, it'll be Southeast Polk making their way to Substate 1 with the 5 schools from the west side of the state, the 2 Council Bluffs schools, TJ and Abe Lincoln, and the 3 Sioux City schools. Johnston, they'll go east, Cedar Rapids, Kennedy, Iowa City West, Lynn, Mara, Ottumwa, and Prairie, along with the Dragons in that substate. That's substate number 3. That's a look at the substates released today by the association. We'll take our final timeout, a minute away from the start of the second half. Ankeny and Ankeny Centennial as we come back on CISN and KXNO.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
We're ready for the start of the second half. 33-27 is our score here, as Ankeny Centennial has a lead over the Ankeny Hawks. Starting lineups back on the floor for both sides, and it'll be for Ankeny. Carson Johnson running the point for the Hawks. They'll go inside right away, ball deflected, good catch. Oh, but a swat on the back end. McAleer with great defense. Here comes Centennial the other way. Wide open three. That one in and out, no good. Bounced off the rim a couple of times. Tap back and Dre with the rebound.
Boy, that's a great look.
Trying to get it inside again. Oh, beautiful. High, low, but can't get the finish inside. Offensive rebound and a foul. Simonson right there.
Simonson getting the garbage looks down low, with the battles off the rim. Continues to keep it alive for himself. They do call that. They did call it on the floor. All right.
First foul of the second half, 35 seconds in. Crandall with a nice drive. Can't get the shot to fall, though. And a long rebound comes down for Kelling. Kelling wants to drive, drops it underneath. Then the finish by Brock Jensen.
Yeah, nice finish through actually quite a bit of contact, too, from McCullough.
35-27, tries to go inside again for Simonson. Good catch all the way around, wide open three. That one nearly missed everything. Deep fight for the rebound, and if we get a foul or a jump, it's going to be a foul, looks like, against Centennial.
I think that's going to be Aguirre's third, as he got the first two fouls here of the second half, so that'll find Leo a spot on the bench. And the physicality of Simonson as he battles against Aguirre down low, starting to be won a little bit as Simonson chips away.
35-27, drop for Simonson, goes up off the window, no. High for the rebound, that was Johnson, gets it out ahead. On the push, here comes the Jaguars, and a foul. 2 free throws coming for Caden Kelling.
I think there was a little bit of an emphasis, you can almost tell right away here in the second half of, Centennial, let's push the ball, let's get it up and down the court, and Ankeny, let's pound the ball down low, because Simonson has got a lot of touches on that end so far, and Centennial has had a lot of run-out opportunities, really pressing the tempo of this game in the third quarter.
That is the third foul of the night against Braden Dre, the sophomore. 5'10", and he's going to get a spot over on the bench as Matt Stickrod will come in. Stickrod, the senior, 5'10". One of the hardest workers you're going to find. 1 for 2 that trip. Now Hawks need to get some points as they trail it by 8. Johnson tried to get it inside, nothing there. Instead goes to the top of the key inside. Oh, great seal and the finish for McCullough.
That's a tough spot because you've got your post player is playing at about 17 feet, and then McCullough, like you said, seals him off. Gets a great look down low.
Here's a three on the other end. No good off the side iron. And the rebound for Simonson. Here come the Hawks, down by 6. Johnson on the drive, goes with that floater, too strong. And the rebound to Tyler Johnson. Cruz across the timeline. Returns Johnson from the top of the key. Goes left side. Return, McAleer, he can shoot it. Not this time as he missed everything. And it'll go back to Ankeny.
I've been watching Colin McAleer shoot the basketball for 3 years. I'm not sure I've seen him miss something that wide open, that bad. He is a very, very good outside shooter. Shoots 40% from three-point land, and he was wide open there. And he just kind of looks at his hands like, what just happened after he shot that?
35-29, 6-point lead. Inside, bowling his way through with Simonson for the bucket.
There it is as they continue to pound the ball down low. And you said Boyd, he battled through a lot of contact there as well as he put it up and in the big, strong body.
4 straight from the Hawks. Cruz will try a 3, too strong. And Stickrod with the long rebound. He wants to push all the way through, had it swatted by Cruz.
Stickrod actually had a hand on this one down here, too, when Cruz went up for the shot. But then on the other end, you can see Cruz just setting himself up to get that block.
Here's Stickrod, going to try it again. This time off the glass and in. Goes right back at Cruz for the bucket.
That time more of the floater got rid of it early.
Cruz lost it on the way up. Ball loose, and it comes to Ankeny. Hawks on the push. All the way through. Scooped up, no, but a foul. It'll be 2 free throws for Brady McCullough.
McCullough had lost it just briefly. Otherwise, he would have put that one in. And, you know, this place would have got about as loud as it can possibly get with the fans that were allowed in here tonight.
Timeout on the floor. Centennial going to talk things over. 30-second timeout, but a 6-0 run out of Ankeny as they get right back in this one. Quite the answer from the Hawks.
Yeah, they've actually done it running up and down the court as well, whereas Centennial in the early part of the half, early part of the quarter was the ones able to get up and down the floor. Now it's been Ankeny able to get up and down the floor and lead themselves some really nice opportunities at the hoop.
35-33, 5:19 to play. Physicality is picked up, and it really started in the second quarter. We saw a little bit more grabbing, a little bit more bumping. Physical play has continued here. Feels like a rivalry game.
And it's going to come down to really who's left, I think, in this game. We've seen several players with 3 fouls so far, with Gire and Cole, and there's another Hawk, I believe, that just had to go out with 3.
It'll be 2 free throws for Brady McCullough, the 6'5" junior. First free throw left short, and he has 1 more.
I think it was Dre that went out with 3. Can't remember exactly who it was.
McCullough on the season, 54.2% from the free throw line, 13 of 24. Strong on the second, 0 for 2, and an empty trip down by 2. Cruz brings it across for Centennial, 35-33 lead. McAleer on the right wing. They'll go to Cruz on the left side. Cruz or Johnson. Right side, Lewis. Lewis drives, goes up, takes a little contact. No call, and the rebound secured by Johnson. Carson into the front court, hesitates, goes out for Stickrod. Stickrod throws it. Oh, boy, what a tough shot.
That's in the situation where you want to tell the guy use the glass, and he takes it. You know, it's so hard right there because you're muscling your way up through, and then takes just enough off it to swish it.
Stickrod, a couple of scores in a row in the paint, and we're tied up again, 35-35. Trailed by as many as 8 here in the third, but Ankeny has come back to tie it. Cruz looking to go in the post against Stickrod. Jab steps, now turns to face. On the right wing, good defense from Stickrod. Fans in attendance, loving the D. Here's Lewis, goes up, no, gets the rebound, taken away, but a foul. A foul underneath against Ankeny, and probably the loudest this gym is going to be, I think, this season was probably in that sequence.
I'm not sure I've seen it louder, so far this year. So, good battle down low by Lewis. Simonson is the one that comes away, and he gets his 3rd foul now. So, foul starting to mount up. We mentioned maybe a game of who's left, and it's certainly looking that way now.
J.J. Cole make his first appearance of the second half. Ball tap back. Oh, look at that hustle from Crandall. Nearly got it. And they'll throw it now ahead. Centennial. Here comes Jensen into the front court. McAleer looks to drive. A lot of contact as he threw it up. Saved right to Johnson. Hoop in the harm. That one stings. Ryan Crandall working so hard, and the save just went to the wrong guy.
The problem was there was 3 Hawks on the floor, 2 Hawks on the floor. Cole and McCullough were both on the ground after getting their legs tangled up. Working with youth basketball, one of the first things you teach them, and you try, and it never quite gets through, is not every ball has to get saved, especially under your own basket. That situation, Crandall tries to save the ball underneath his own basket, right to Tyler Johnson, just gives him a wide open look.
Can't complete the 3-point play, though, as he misses the free throw. It means a 2-point Centennial lead. 37-35. They look to go inside. Good catch by Cole and a foul. They're going to get Tyler Johnson.
You could hear the yelling from both benches right away because they had Johnson defending Cole, and there's probably about an 8-inch height advantage there for J.J. Cole. So they were trying to get the Ankeny bench was trying to get the ball into Cole, and the Centennial bench was trying to get him to switch.
Stick around, runs the point this time over to Johnson. Johnson with the right-handed dribble. Goes the right way. They try to get it inside McAleer, and they're fronting now, trying to limit those post touches.
Yeah, they really are, because there's no one really that can defend him if they can get the ball inside to him over the top. If they do get over the top, you're creating a numbers advantage right away.
So Snyder will come in. Tyler Johnson will get a breather, the senior. And Carson Johnson will inbound. Here's a three off the turn, and the rebound by McAleer. Boy, the best look of the night we've seen for Weedy.
Like that look a lot.
McAleer, he'll try the step back three. Got it to go. What a stick by McAleer after he had that miss earlier in the quarter.
He really hadn't found the range yet tonight, and just the step back created just enough separation between him and Cole, and also got a lot of contact on that three as well.
Lead builds back to 5 for Ankeny Centennial, 40-35. Weedy on the drive, goes up, and we're going to get a hold before his shot attempt. It'll be ball out of bounds after the 5th team foul against Centennial.
Yeah, as soon as he tried to go around Chris Lewis, his 3rd foul now as well, but as soon as he tried to go around him, the hands immediately went out and reached and tried to grab him as he tried to use that baseline as the 6th defender.
Johnson had it taken away, the steal for McAleer. McAleer to Cruz. Cruz goes inside, off the glass, no, but a foul. It'll be 2 free throws coming for Centennial.
Man, when you've got Jaron Cruz leading the break, I mean, I think every coach in the state would love to have that opportunity right now.
Brock Jensen will step to the foul line, 61.5% coming into play tonight from the charity stripe. He's got 2. Off on the first.
Well, that answers our question from earlier. That is now J.J. Cole's 3rd foul. So that did not get switched. Just saw a long conversation about it earlier, but he will come out. No, he stays in now with his 3rd. Is Niall, who we saw early, provide a spark. Haven't seen him for a long time. But, again, you're playing 10, 11 guys. There's only so many minutes out there on the court.
Free throw no good, but an offensive rebound. And now a wide open 3, no good. Another fight for the rebound. We're going to get a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to keep it with Centennial.
Yeah, nice, really good battle by Brock Jensen to kind of slide himself in, take it away from the Hawks down there, and kept it alive. And, of course, the possession arrow keeps it here.
Cruz will inbound as he gets it into the corner. And now the return on the left wing. Jaron Cruz all the way to the paint, threw it away. Taken away by Crandall. Crandall now on the transition run, up and in with the layup.
Did a nice job switching hands at the last minute because the ball was about to get stolen from behind.
And now Cruz runs the point with 2:15 to play, 3rd quarter. Centennial 40, Ankeny 37. Cruz, baseline drop, underneath, all alone again, Brock Jensen.
Well, you saw Cole had to come off Jensen because he thought he had to help, and there's no one else left. Everybody's got to rotate in that situation on defense, and then they got no rotation.
Stick rod at the top of the key for the Hawks. Over for Dre, wide open 3, good. Can't give Dre that kind of room.
No, that's a really good look for the Hawks because they kind of sucked everybody in, kept their spacing on offense, but sucked everybody in on defense. Got a great look for Dre.
14-3 of the year on the layup attempt, no good by Cruz, and then a foul as they're going to get McAleer again.
Yeah, that's 2 of those now tonight for McAleer, where he's, just kind of that last guy hanging out, trying to almost be a sniper and take that ball away. He gets his 3rd.
93 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 2-point lead for Ankeny Centennial over Ankeny. We'll get a substitution before they trigger it in. Back in for the Hawks, it'll be Maddox Ward, a sophomore. His first run of the second half. Gray across the timeline. Really taken away, good defense over there. There's Dre all the way through, dropped it. Gets it back on the deflection. Thought about the step back three instead. Starts the offense again for the Hawks and Ward. Gray on the left wing. Tricky dribbles, goes to the left side on the baseline drive. Reverse layup, no. And a bump and a foul. They're going to get Bentor Nayal. That'll be the 5th team foul against the Hawks.
Crandall almost made one of the best shots of the night as he went underneath the hoop, tried to bring it back up under, couldn't quite get it up off the glass. And now he's going to run the one-man full-court press. I'm telling you, the long arms like that, they'll look out because he can be very disruptive running the point on that.
He's going to be guarding McAleer, outstanding shooter for the Jags. Cruz with the ball at the top, and take it away. Nearly an offensive foul, no call from the officiating crew. Here's a drive and a foul, and it's going to be 2 more free throws for Centennial. This time it'll be Caden Kelling to the strike.
Yeah, as Kelling came through, just a great look for him. Ankeny just not communicating very well on defense right now and creating some really open looks for Centennial. Centennial bad at the free throw line tonight. Yeah. There's no sugarcoating it at all.
Well, and one of the things that's incredibly interesting, they're shooting over 70% from the free throw line coming into play. You normally would not anticipate another 0 for 2 trip at the line. 42-40.
Not sure the game would be that close right now if Centennial was hitting their free throws.
Yeah, if they're at a 70% clip right now, certainly it'd be probably in that 6 to 8 point range at the very least. Hawks looking to hold for the final shot, it appears. Maddox Ward with the dribble to Dre. As we go down to 10 seconds left. Dre, guarded closely by Lewis, gets into the paint, pull up 12-footer, got it to go. Ties it up right as the quarter ends, 42-42. We go to the 4th quarter in a good one, tied up with the Jaguars and the Hawks. Coming back with more high school basketball on KXNO and CISN.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Ankeny 42, Ankeny Centennial 42. 3 quarters, we have found out nothing here. Evenly matched game, Andy Pollock.
No doubt, and it's been fun. You know, the guards for Ankeny have really stepped up in that 3rd quarter, and that shot by Dre, right, that hit the shot right. He hung in the air forever as he got it off right before he hit the ground.
Now tries a 3 to start the 4th quarter, just a bit strong. McAleer, though, stepped on the end line. It'll stay on the Ankeny side.
Yeah, nice job by Weedy to just stay upright. You know, he's giving him a little bit of the body, but also just stay, you know, not violating that being vertical. You know, he just forces him out of bounds without making it look like he's forcing him out of bounds.
Nayal will take it out of the out of bounds, wants to go to the rim, scoops it up and in, showing the length there.
And just reached right around Aguirre.
There's a drive the other way and a foul. Nayal coming back, thought he was going to have the swat on the other end, but got him with the body. It'll be 2 free throws. Coming up for Ankeny Centennial's Colin McAleer.
Yeah, how about McAleer running the floor and the ability of Cruz to get it to him? They just, you know, you get the ball out of bounds. You just don't see that in much basketball anymore, the getting the ball out of bounds and turning it into a fast break.
Good transition the other way as McAleer steps up and calmly hits the first. He'll have one more. McAleer, good shooter himself from the free throw line, 74.1% coming in. And a perfect 2 for 2. We're tied up again, 44-44. 7.5 to play in the fourth quarter. Centennial 9-1 on the year, including a win earlier this season against Ankeny. The Hawks at 6-5. Ball taken away, good steal, and good help side defense from Jackson Snyder. Snyder gets it back, he wants to drive. Pump fakes, drops it over. Lewis wide open triple, too strong. And the rebound for the Hawks. They look ahead. Randall able to chase it down, flips it back to the middle of the floor. Nail uses that length to go up and get the ball. Here's a three from Johnson, no good. Nail with the rebound. What minutes he is given right now. Bentor Nail. Spin, Crandall, fade away, off the glass and in. How did he hit that one?
Jackson Snyder can't defend that any better than what he did, but the spin move, the fade away, it's the kiss off the glass. That's what made it go in.
Timeout. Now we're going to get a whistle. It'll be a hold, and that'll put Centennial into the bonus as they're going to get Nail on the hold.
And he's going to come out of the game, which maybe if you're a Centennial fan right now excites you a little bit because he's made a lot of stuff happen here in the last 2 minutes or so of this game.
That is the third foul against Bentar Nail. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for outstanding shooter Colin McAleer. And too strong on that one, but an offensive rebound, then a foul as they're going to get Simonson this time.
Brock Jensen just kind of slid in and took it away from him somehow without fouling him, and then that got Simonson in a bad position down low.
So it'll be another 1-and-1. In fact, this will be the final 1-and-1 opportunity. It'll be double bonus after this, and the first one knocked home by Brock Jensen. He'll get the bonus as Jensen toes the line. On the year, Jensen 61.5%. 2 for 2 this time. We're tied again, 46-46. 6.5 to play in the fourth quarter. Centennial and Ankeny from Ankeny High School. Simonson with the handoff to Johnson. Johnson back to Simonson. He wants to drive, put his head down. He's got a block there. He had a charge down there. They're going to call the block, it looks like, and Coach Fontana none too pleased.
The charge ref started to and looked up at the block ref and saw both hands above the head ready to come down. One of those situations, I'm not sure it was a charge, but the way Simonson goes bowling in with his shoulder down, I think either side, you can't go wrong with the call. I mean, it might have been one of those blarge situations even.
Simonson hits the first and will get the bonus. Simonson, 6'3" junior, plays the middle for this Ankeny team. Not the tallest squad you're going to run across in 4A basketball, but Simonson certainly plays a lot bigger in his 6'3" height. 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. It's a 1-point lead for Ankeny at 47-46. Cruz runs the point for Centennial as he will get it to Brock Jensen. Jensen holds between the rings. McAleer at the top of the key. He'll try the three. Good. Simonson just gave a little space.
Yeah, and that's what's going to have to happen. McAleer, a guard that can also defend down low, long body, creates that space, and just a smooth, very pretty looking shot for Colin McAleer.
49-47 off the screen. Drop back for Simonson into the corner. Stick rod will go to Simonson. Simonson turns, spins, goes up, no. Got it back, goes up again. Can't get it this time, but a foul, and he'll get a couple of free throws.
I think they're going to get Cruz coming in from behind. Yep, Jerron Cruz was coming in from behind him, kind of that swat at it. Again, Simonson, just a bull in a china shop down there as he battles his way to create more and more opportunities for himself.
2 free throws coming for Simonson on the year. Came in 60.7% coming into action this evening. This is on the first, and he'll have one more. As a team, Ankeny shoots just 62.5% from the foul line. We're going to get a timeout. It'll be a full one. We'll take it with them. With 5:32 left, it's Centennial 49, Ankeny 47. Back with more here in a moment.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Welcome back here as we continue in the fourth quarter, 49-47, 5:32 to go. It'll be Simonson back to the free throw line for the Ankeny Hawks. Centennial up by 2. Tight, contentious game here. Coach Carlson's squad from Ankeny and Coach Fontana on the other side for Centennial. Second free throw is good. It's a 1-point game. Jags with the basketball in a 1-point lead. Cruz off the screen and roll, drops it for Jensen off the glass and in. Nice screen and roll and the hard roll to the rim.
Yeah, and then Jensen just keeps it up high. You know, doesn't take the time to bring the ball down low, keeps it up high, and the sweet kiss off the glass.
Lead at 3 for Centennial, 51-48. We approach the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Dre in the corner, he'll dribble it back up front. In for Johnson. Johnson working through a screen to Simonson, over for Crandall in the left corner. Goes to Simonson. Simonson lost the ball, though, on his way up. Maybe surprised how open he thought he was going to be.
Well, and it really bailed out Jackson Snyder because he went for the steal, and that left Simonson wide open and just lost the basketball.
And it'll be a breather now for Brayton Simonson. As McCullough going to come back into the game. 51-48, Centennial by 3. Cruz all the way through, and the runner is good.
Too close for John Cruz. Once he gets in that area, that's easy for him.
And it's a 5-point lead for Centennial, 53-48. Screen for Dre. Dre gets into the paint, leaves his feet, goes for Crandall. There's McCullough in the paint. Spun it around for Johnson. He'll go to McCullough. Right side, Stickrod. Stickrod into the paint, goes up, had it blocked away by McAleer. Right back, go Crandall there for the putback.
That's a nice job by Crandall to finish things up because that was a great defensive possession for Centennial until they couldn't get the rebound.
Another delayed whistle on the attempt. That one no good from Lewis, but it'll be 2 free throws for him. That's where the frustration seems to come from time to time. But I think it was the right call.
Again, the right call. It just comes in a little bit late. So I think they have done that. The right call has been made a lot tonight. It's just some of the. I'm not sure if they're unsure, if they're waiting for someone else to call it. Not sure how that's been done.
First free throw off the mark. That is the 4th foul of the night against Ankeny's Braden Dre.
Who's been a nice offensive spark for them.
Played well in the second half, and Dre's going to come over to the bench. They're going to keep Carson Johnson out there. It'll be one more free throw for Chris Lewis. Lewis came in 65% from the free throw line, splits the pair. And it's a 4-point lead for Centennial, 54-50, halfway through the fourth quarter. Stickrod off the screen, spins to the right side. Crandall cross court, Stickrod, pump fakes. Now picks up his dribble. He'll drop it for McCullough. McCullough tries to bully his way through and does. Good strength there from Brady McCullough.
That last little bit of his hip got himself cleared to have a nice look at the basket. You know, you've seen the baseline drive is coming back. You know, you saw for years they used it as another defender, but it's really starting to become a pretty strong offensive weapon again here as of late.
54-52. Here's Cruz. He'll go all the way in. Reverse layup good.
Not sure what you do about that. I don't know.
Cruz then slams the ball down after the made bucket. It'll be a delay warning, I'm going to guess, against Centennial. Coach Fontana looking for an explanation, but he'll see that one when he goes back and looks at the tape.
Yep. Wasn't much of a slam more, but he definitely took the ball and set it down. And
Coach Fontana says, don't do it again.
Stop, yeah. What'd you do? Don't do it.
It's a 4-point lead for Centennial and a travel back the other way. just got the feet going a little bit too quick there for Crandall.
Yeah, now we get to, a rivalry situation. It's been a very good basketball game so far. Look for which team will crack first or which team will rise above here at the end. And right now it's been Cruz for Centennial that's made some big plays.
Lewis runs the point this time down. He gets a screen, gets into the paint. Oh, a good pass underneath, off the glass, and in. Boy, McAleer, he plays so much bigger than he did early in his career.
He's just so long, too. He's sneaky long because he sits in there about 6'3", but his arms are about like he's 6'7".
Timeout on the floor. Ankeny going to use one of their remaining timeouts. It's a full one, and we'll take it with them. Centennials built their lead back up to 6. 58-52 as we come back with more in a moment.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
58-52 our score. Ankeny Centennial with the lead over Ankeny. Just under 3 minutes left. 2:59 on the clock. Hawks with the basketball out on the sideline, trying to cut into this deficit. 2 timeouts remaining for the Hawks. 3 on the sideline for Ankeny Centennial. Stickrod with the crossover. He goes to Crandall at the top. Crandall back for Stickrod. Stickrod, one dribble and a drop. Now they'll go to Crandall in the post and an offensive foul. Cruz sold that one.
He did, but these guys set the tone early on that they're going to call foul. They're going to call offensive fouls. They're not going to be afraid to do it. And that time as Cruz gets set, and you just get that little bit of a hip check out of Crandall as he's coming down, and that's about the only way that Cruz is going to be able to defend that anyway, and that's what he did. So we're getting down to the point right now in Iowa high school basketball with no shot clock that we're probably only looking until they start fouling about 6 or 7 possessions left for each team. So in a 6-point game, each of those possessions, especially for Ankeny right now, very valuable as you can't let this game get out of hand. Wet spot on the floor.
Yeah, after that contact down there. Work on the floor, getting things dried up with 2:41 left in the ball game. At least in regulation, this thing not over yet.
Right. We saw Centennial kind of pull away in the girls' game tonight as they won that first game, and they pulled away at the end.
Crandall tried to sell one back the other way, and he's smiling on the other end of the floor as he's running down.
And these guys, again, they know each other. They played against each other a lot, so.
All the way through, dropped underneath. There's McAleer again. Cruz with the assist.
Yeah, geez, and McCullough, gets knocked down, and he's stuck on the floor, almost gets stepped on his head as they go up for the shot, and then gets tripped over while he's on the ground. Just a bad spot to be down on the floor.
Gray gets it out. McCullough, he'll fire up a 3. No good. McAleer with the rebound with 2:05 left. Now Centennial are going to be content, take the air out of the basketball if they can.
Yeah, they can take as much time off this as they want.
8-point lead at 60-52. Here comes the double team. Lewis all the way through. He's bumped and fouled. They're trying to count the bucket, but the officiating crew not going to buy that one.
Really a heck of a finish by Lewis there at the end, but he's the guy, I think, that they want to get to the free throw line.
And that is the 5th foul against Dre, who, nice performance out of the sophomore here in the rivalry game tonight. Braden Dre, he's going to get a few more cracks at the Jaguars in his career. A good effort out of him. Lewis to the free throw line. Makes the first and has one more. Substitution as Carson Johnson going to come in.
Trying to get some of that offense into the game right now for Ankeny, looking for some of your shooters to get them in. Crandall Johnson, definitely Weedy. All good outside shooters.
Second free throw from Lewis. Good. 2 for 2 out of him. It's now a 10-point lead, as big as it's been in a while for the Jaguars. 1:45 left. Johnson hesitates with the dribble, now goes up, had it blocked away. Boy, this defensive intensity out of Ankeny Centennial has been impressive.
Well, and Snyder's not that big a body anyway, but everybody looks big next to Carson Johnson out there.
Crandall will inbound from underneath. Stickrod, the dribble, goes out. Here's a lefty three. That one off the heel of the iron, no good from Nail. And the long rebound secured by Centennial. Back to Cruz. We'll bring it across the timeline with 1:20 left. Stickrod, he'll be whistled for the foul with 1:19 left. And that'll be 2 free throws for Jerron Cruz, and a guy that knows how to ice games at the end.
And when I mentioned the limited possessions that were left in the ball game, it's been all Centennial since that point. Ankeny just not able to get anything going on the offensive end.
First free throw good from Cruz, and he has one more.
It's crazy how this went from a 4-point game to an 11-point game like that.
Big spurt out of the Jaguars, done a lot of different ways, and Cruz does it here at the free throw line. They're up by 12, 64-52. Randall all the way up, no. Gets the offensive rebound, no again, but he's fouled, and he'll get 2 free throws with 70 seconds left.
And a good opportunity for the Hawks to try to get a couple points up without the clock running. Because obviously in high school basketball, it does not stop on a made basket, so you can take more time off if it goes out of bounds.
Full timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them with 1:10 left. Centennial 64, Ankeny 52. We come back with more high school basketball on KXNO and CISN.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Ryan Crandall steps to the free throw line for Ankeny in a 12-point game. Hits the first, and he'll have one more. 1:10 left. Centennial with the lead over Ankeny. The scoreless drought is over for the Hawks. It's been a fourth quarter, though, that Centennial's taking control. 2 out of 2 that time for Crandall. Now some full court pressure being applied behind the back. Neal had a deflection. We're going to get a foul, though. It's like they're going to get Crandall, and Lewis will step up to the foul line.
They've really taken control over the last 2 minutes of the ball game by playing good defense and then hitting their free throws that we talked that they were struggling with early, but they've been able to hit some here later. Lewis has been very good at the free throw line.
Foul against Ankeny's Carson Johnson. That's his second. And double bonus time for Centennial. As Chris Lewis, the 6-foot-tall junior, gets the free throw, makes it 66-54. Crandall ahead. Lost control for a moment. Johnson, he'll try the three. Got it with a hand in his face, and the timeout by Ankeny after the made triple. Timeout on the floor, and it'll be a full timeout. Coming back in just a moment with 57 seconds to go. It's a 9-point lead for the Jags.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
As we come back to live action, a foul on the double team. Ankeny thought they had the steal, but Andy, a whistle blew right as that ball was coming loose.
Well, they were going to let the contact. They were going to let him get away with the contact, and maybe if Cruz happened to get a 5-second call, but then the second he lost it, they decided that was too much contact, and here we come the other way with Jerron Cruz, a chance to add to this lead at the free throw line.
66-57, 52.5 seconds left. Cruz stands alone as his teammates are over talking with head man Bob Fontana. First free throw good for Cruz as he steps up for one more. He just adds at that point total at the free throw line. So good getting there, then at the end of the game is icing him down.
Just watching the exchange down here at the other end because you had Lewis and Stickrot. Lewis jogs down the court with Stickrot standing in the corner, and they spent the entire free throw talking and laughing to each other. I mean, these guys are all, I said before, these guys all know each other. A lot of good friends out there playing against each other.
Stickrot trying to get the 5-second call. But Centennial able to pass it out, down to 30 seconds remaining. Collapse happening on the Centennial side. They can feel this one. An 11-point lead, but this thing's certainly much tighter than the final score is going to indicate. There's a reach and a foul on Crandall with 11 seconds to go.
Well, they earned it tonight because they got everything Ankeny's got. And they saw some really good play. Up until about the last 2 minutes, this game was very much in doubt, but as Centennial assaults the game away at the free throw line, and really I thought the Jaguars buckled down on defense, played some very good defense here in the last couple minutes of the basketball game.
First free throw good, and one more coming for Lewis. He toes the tape for the second, and rattles it home. 70-57. Inside of 10 seconds left. Johnson gets off a dribble. Goes in, he'll try that runner, which he's so good at. Hits it, that'll be the final shot of the ball game. Final score, 70-59. Ankeny Centennial gets the win over their crosstown rival, the Ankeny Hawks. Final timeout, we'll come back, put a cap on things here as Ankeny Centennial gets the win.
Thank you for coming out, spending your Friday night with us. As you head out, please travel home safely.
Cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Chevy bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Back with you one final time at Ankeny High School as the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars come in and take a pair on the road against their crosstown rivals here. Ankeny Centennial outlasts the Hawks in Game 2 on the boys' side. Nice victory for the Jaguars.
It really was a nice couple games here tonight, really, where Centennial was able to pull away towards the end of the game, but very impressed by both Centennial girls and boys in their defense, especially in late game situations. Thought they did very well. I've always said I'd never want to be the leading scorer on a Scott DeYoung coach team, and he certainly showed that tonight, really shutting down the scores for Ankeny. And then in the boys game, I just thought I think boys basketball is all about finding the ball in your hands of your best athlete, and you can argue that sports in general is that, but I just think in high school boys basketball that gets shown very much more. It's never more evident than that sport. So tonight when you get the ball in Cruz's hands throughout the course tonight in many key situations, by his standards and off-ish type night shooting, but he does so many other things during the course of the ball game.
Victory for Ankeny Centennial on the boys' side. Time right now to hand out our Graphite Construction Group Hard Hat Player of the Game. Andy Pollock, what do you have for us?
I think some of the biggest shots tonight were made by senior Colin McAleer, and I think we talk about Cruz so much what he was able to do, but Colin McAleer, the way that he played defense down low, then hit a couple huge three-point shots, I think tonight we give it to that young man.
Colin McAleer, our Graphite Construction Group Hard Hat Player of the Game. Congratulations to him, and congratulations to Ankeny Centennial as they take both sides of the doubleheader tonight on the girls' side and the boys' side. They pull in the victory tonight. Andy, this was fun. Let's do it again sometime.
I'm all ears. Let's do it, yeah.
That's Andy Pollock. I'm Trent Condon. For our whole crew with us, CISN and KXNO, thank you to everybody out there for listening and watching with us tonight. Ankeny Centennial gets it done. Both sides of the doubleheader. The final here on the boys' side for the final time, 70-59. Good night, everyone.